worth. I'm not going to overpay you for what you're supplying me. I can't overpay you when you're taking a message from somebody and somebody else is doing the work.
Right.
Hey, and welcome back to Coast, George Norrie with Jason and Rhonda Halbert. Their website is linked up at coasttocoastam.com, and their book is Caretaker. It is book number 1 of what will be 3 in the Good Pasture Chronicles. Rhonda, you're about ready to tell us an interesting story. Let you finish up.
Yeah, so before the commercial, I mentioned, that we bought this new house and it truly should have been condemned. As we were tearing down walls on the interior to, put in new insulation and just build fresh new walls, we discovered something that just really took us aback. And as we started pulling it, we found it through the walls. We started pulling it through the walls. We just started to see this collection of magazine articles and newspapers and drawings, and it was of 1940s women who were either modeling ovens or, modeling on the front of the old magazine called The Coronet. And, just the Rose Parade, queens and princesses, and just every kind of picture of women that you could see from the 1940s. But the correlation was all of their arms and legs were scribbled out or cut off. And as we're pulling this stuff through, we're like, okay, what is this? This is like a big game here, or what's happening? And we start to pull material through, and we start to find clothing that actually has the same thing, where the arms and the legs are cut off. Well, as this is happening, we're also starting to pay attention around the house and around the property that the grass on the property, we just couldn't get it to grow. It didn't matter how much water we watered it. It didn't matter what was happening. It just was dead for the first 6 to 9 months that we owned the house. We also noticed, everybody's yard would always have birds or squirrels or possum are like a big deal in California.
That's understandable.
I just can't do that. I don't want to sign with a manager unless I really need one, or unless a guy is getting me auditions every day and I'm working every day. Then I don't mind giving them a piece of the package. But I just can't give you a piece of the package for relaying messages to me. You know what? I do all the stuff myself. And I like staying on top of it. I really enjoy staying on top of it. It keeps me sharp.
Do you think you need one? I know you said people would say that, but I think a lot of that is just, even not even the status. I'm sure what people say with the status with having a manager, but there's just, people just do what everyone else does. I think that's a lot of everything.
When you look at these IMDb's, these people have publicists and lawyers on staff. Listen, bro, that costs a lot of fucking dough. It's cool to have, so when people look at you, they go, but you know what? That cost at the end of the year. Those publicists are basically the biggest rip-offs in the world.
Yeah, it's like thousands of...
A publicist, if you're thinking about getting a publicist, or you ever wondered what a publicist does, let me tell you what they do. They do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. It's like taking a dollar bill and lighting it on fire, and you can't believe that these people have offices, because there's a little job, and it's called like the Tonight Show and premieres and shit like that. And these people schedule like your cars. These people schedule like your radio interviews. They'll call these stations, and they do. Some of them do a great job of it. Some of them have access to everybody. I don't mind paying you the dough, but I want you to call Howard Stern right now and tell him he needs to have me on the radio station tomorrow at 10 to 9. If you can't do that, you're not worth your weight in gold.
So you want the best.
Yeah, you always want the best. But none of them can do that. When I go on your Twitter page as a publicist, and you have 10,000 people, I can't pay you any fucking money. But they pop up every 3 weeks in Hollywood when I get a request from different publicists. And sometimes I fuck with them. I ask them how much they are. You would not believe what the numbers are. 6,000, 5,000
A month?
a month. But you sit there and giggle because there's nothing they can do for you in this economy. What are they going to do? Get me on 3 more radio stations? What are they going to do? Get me on cover of the magazine? Look at my face. What are they going to do? They're not going to do nothing. Most people use a publicist. Let's say if you want to be on TMZ, right? I can call a publicist right now and say, listen, go to Jerry's Deli. Call Jerry's Deli and tell them Joe Diaz wants to make a reservation. And they'll have TMZ there, so when I get there, TMZ will be there. And I act surprised.
It's crazy though, because
that's what publicists do for people at home. That's what the new thing that they do out here is. Some people want to be on TMZ, so they hire a publicist. And they'll go, listen, I'm going to go down to fucking the comedy store. Like they always at the Improv TMZ.
Yeah, the cameraman.
And if you want to see him, you can see him. If you don't, you slip out the side door. I don't see him. I never see him. I don't want to see TMZ. They're not nice people. They're not the nicest people in the world.
Really? They're not?
No, not at all. They'll start a conversation with you on a nice edge. It takes a certain person to be those people. They start a conversation with you on a nice tone, but they push the envelope a little bit. They try to be cute, and it's a cute I don't like. And you end up hitting them in the head with the camera. Now you do 10 years of time. So I just don't even like talking to any of them.
So yeah, you just what?
I just avoid them like the plague.
But don't you think like the high A-list level celebrities, if they wanted to get strung, could just call themselves?
No, well, let's say Clooney. Clooney could fucking do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
But there's some A-listers that, I don't know, maybe they want to get exposed for a movie, like a movie's coming out on Friday, so they want TMZ to see him somewhere. You know, there's 1,000 different scams what they do.
It's amazing.
None of them which interest me. That's the problem.
Right.
None of them which interest me. When I did Grudge Match, they fucking made me hire a publicist. It was like throwing away my money. I fired that bitch New Year's Day, that hook face bitch. She was one of the ugliest women. She was the creepiest fucking broad I ever worked with in my life. And she had gotten married, and her wedding pictures were on Facebook, and she made her husband dress in white, and he was no better looking than her. And they were all holding hands with a bunch of ugly friends dancing around a circle in Hawaii barefoot. And they're all Jews, but they're the ugliest Jews. Like, these are the Jews that I don't know what happened to them.
I feel like you look at this stuff as you're signing the checks just to piss you off. Like you look at the pictures on Facebook, you look at the stuff.
No. Before I checked her out, I had to look at her Facebook. And there she is dressed in white. She probably sucked 80 dicks. And there she is dressed in white in Hawaii. She talked this poor sap into marrying her in fucking Hawaii in the sand. Meanwhile, some fucking dirty white kid from Rockland County has been fucking her in the ass for the last 8 years. She talked this fucking ugly dude to marry her and all her ugly friends, and they're in fucking Hawaii, you know, holding hands, spinning around in a circle like somebody gives a fuck. You know. What was I thinking? And usually I don't listen to them. Usually when people say, like, I can't. But I thought the people at Grudge Match were very nice, and they weren't lying to me. I thought a request was going to come in for something. I didn't fucking know. No request came in for nothing. I said, she goes, what do you want to do? I go, I'd like to go to the premiere and take my 7th grade fucking teacher. She goes, I don't know if that'll fucking happen. She goes, if it does happen, you have to pay for your hotel and airfare. So what did I do? I hit fucking Peter Siegel up on an email. He took care of everything.
Yeah, so he
paid for a plane ticket. I upgraded it to first class, I think. It didn't really fucking matter. At least he made an effort. I got a hotel myself for 2 nights, and they paid for 2 nights or some shit. And I went to see Grudge Match with my 7th grade teacher. And all my friends. No big fucking deal, all right? And I fired her. I was fucking furious after that. Because she didn't call me and ask me how it went or nothing. So she always said, to fire me, you got to fire me on the 1st. I launched her New Year's Day at 6:01 in the fucking morning. She called me at home, yelling, screaming, I can't believe you opened up my new year with this bad news. Listen, bitch. When I fucking got the plane ticket and the fucking hotel room for free, you were doomed. You were doomed. You just fucking saved me. You were gonna cost me fucking $1,000. How can I pay you ever again? I don't even want you around me. You're just a lazy sack of shit. You didn't call nobody. They don't want to burn somebody's things. You got to go listen. This kid was in the trailer, correct? Yes, he was. Okay. We need his plane ticket and the hotel room. We're not asking for much. Base plane ticket. No biggie. 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Just make it up.
Right.
Run with them as they're doing it. They got the money. Apparently. They got the money.
Oh, yeah.
They always got the fucking money. You just got to work them a little bit. That would be a real shame. That would be a real shame if the kid you put in the trailer, you couldn't at least give him a plane ticket. It was that easy. I said, Mr. Siegel, I just got to ask you something. It's that time of the year. The movie gets released Christmas Day. It's December 18th. The plane tickets are like $700. I don't know if the movie is like that. You don't have to be embarrassed. You got to come to it. We put you in the trailer. Boom. I got a plane ticket and a fucking hotel for asking. So she didn't ask me. She didn't ask. She just called me and said, no, they're just willing to give you passes. No, they're not. You never called, you fucking hook-faced bitch.
Jesus. And that's a job that she has. That's weird that exists. Because that seems like something an agent could do, or like you were saying, man.
And today, all you need to do is go on your fucking Twitter and look that person up and hit them direct. All you need to do now to get rated, like in the old days, you would hire a publicist. Like I was thinking of hiring my friend.
Okay.
I've hired her twice, and both times I haven't talked to her for 90 days after that because she's that bad. She's that fucking stupid and retarded. And for some reason, I called her up. I know she needs dough, and I went to PayPal, and I go, hey, I'm going to send you $50 to see if my PayPal works. Even fake fucked her. The PayPal wouldn't work to her email. I go, that's fake. Fuck that. I never called her back. When fate fucks you in the ass, I can't call you back.
No.
The email specifically to her, they can fuck her back. It wouldn't even take $50 fucking at PayPal, so I knew it wasn't met in the cards. I didn't call because I was going to hire her for Boston and Connecticut to see if she could help us with newspaper article or print for Fox News since it's the night of 9/11. And I go, you know what? The last 2 times I wanted to choke her, and I paid her because I love her and I don't want to disrespect her, but I can't do it because there's always a story, and I don't have to go for stories anymore.
And PayPal said no.
PayPal was like, don't send them money. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It must be weird hiring people and having that, like that responsibility. Because yeah, I can see opening the year, losing the gig is gonna suck, but that's not your responsibility. You can't pay someone just to be nice.
No, I have a fucking 3-year-old going. Those days are gone now. Those days are gone. He's saying, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I used to like help people out and stuff, and then people don't give a fuck. I can't do it. It's just every time I've had a manager in this town except Jeff Yellow, it's been a disaster. It's ended bad, and at the end, it just cost me fucking money. They make out because they got paid. They always make out. I fired them. Big deal. I paid them for 5 months during my hottest movie or whatever.
And you're the one left with like a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, because it cost me fucking money. It was a mistake that cost you paper. Is a mistake you never forget. And then you do it again. And it wasn't that this guy's not a great manager. It's that for right now, what's going on in my life, there's not much going on, man. Dude, the contract goes to CAA. He's going to get it at the end, look at it, and go, okay. He didn't call the club. He didn't do nothing.
All right, so yeah, that's an unnecessary
thing. Unless now he's got huge television contacts. Listen, there's a new show on CBS about New Jersey. I know they need to go. Boom, let me call the fucking executive producer. I went to lunch with him last week. I'll take him out to lunch. We're going to write a part, something, once a week. Even once a week, he's working. Okay, he's getting me this, he's getting me that. I haven't done a movie in 4 or 5 fucking years, man. 4 fucking years. 2013, right? I did Grudge Match.
Oh, wow,
3 fucking years, you know. So, if you're going to be my manager right now, my club work, my comedy shit is taken care of. I need everything else in town. My comedy's taken care of. I just can't give you Guinness because you look at a contract and say, oh man, that's a great deal they're giving you.
And it's not worth it to you to say, oh, I have this manager or that manager.
No, unless they're, no.
or any manager.
No. I got a call from my agent today. Hey, I'm going to be in Boston. I love my agent. I don't want to be in Boston. And I told him this 10 times. I don't want you around. I don't want nobody around. I don't want nobody around. You know, I want to zip in and out of a place. I don't want to eat dinner before the fucking thing. I don't want to eat dinner before the show. So I don't want to be by myself for 3-4 hours before the fucking show. I'm pretty happy by going to the gym and coming upstairs, and I'm very happy by doing it. I can eat a sandwich upstairs. I eat light, you know, but I don't want to talk to nobody before a fucking show. You know, it's just the way it is. What are we going to talk about? I got to go to dinner with you for an hour, and then I got to talk to other people on stage, or the people that matters. The other people that matters, the people that are paying to come to the fucking show, are the ones that deserve my focus and my conversation. Not some agent or friend of mine that I gotta go to dinner with before the fucking show or talk to 2 hours before the show. I don't want to talk to nobody. You see me in the green room. We sit back there, we smoke a joint. We don't say much.
No.
It's just me and you. That's it. When you come to Austin, no. I don't even want the TV. I don't want nothing. I don't want no movement. I don't want no movement around me. I just want to relax. I ask you simple questions. You give me simple answers, and you do the same. I.e., what's the color of the sky today? Blue. That type of shit. Anything out of that, I don't want to really fucking. There's nothing to really talk about. I don't want people around because after the show, after 2 shows, what do I want you around for? To talk to me about what? To ask me more fucking questions? I just did 2 fucking shows.
Is it weird? Because it's
weird.
That's work for you, and that's like your work week.
Yes, I don't want nobody to fuck around. I don't want nobody to fuck around. You and I, we do this. You have an understanding. You're a fan accountant. You walk around. I'll stay back there by myself. I don't want to answer no questions or talk to nobody or be involved in a conversation. I want to be involved in a conversation 4 minutes before I go on stage. 4 minutes, 5 minutes before I go on stage, as I'm going to the stage, I want to bump into you briefly and converse with you for 2 fucking seconds. And hopefully you have like a turban on or a pair of shoes that fucking bother me so I can say something to you to your face, get aggravated enough to walk up to the stage, and now I have a purpose.
Do you love confronting people like that? Like, I hate them. Like, if you know them, I guess.
Sure, if I know them, I'll say, really, you gotta wear this shit tonight. I'm doing the show, and then they'll know what's going on. People like Rogan, Ari, Duncan, know I gotta get fired on before I go on stage. I don't want to pick a fight with you, but I want to ask you what the fuck is going on with your head that you got to wear those fucking t-shirts and fucking dumb look on your fucking face and whatever the fuck is going on. I need that. I need to get sparked, you know? I need you to get, like, put ranch dressing and walk into my room, you know?
And what is that? Is it, you can feel it when you go on stage? Or you have more energy?
Yeah. I just need 5 minutes of somebody aggravating me. I don't want an hour aggravating me. That just brings me down.
Oh, okay. So you'll start it. Like, you'll initiate the conversation. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You'll initiate it by wearing something or saying something fucking stupid 2 minutes before I gotta go on stage. Not you personally. Whoever the fuck wants to come, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me.
Sometimes you gotta do a bong at mid podcast. It's a Halloween podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Smells like Snickers.
I didn't eat a lot of chocolate.
No, I love Snickers.
I think I ate one. I had licorice. She gave me a stick of licorice last night. Mercy's cheap with the fucking candy. You know, she's gonna give me a bunch. She's got her eye on it. She gave me some goldfish when she took them back. She threw them, slobbered them up, and tried to give me slobby fucking goldfish. I don't need this shit. Goldfish covered in the flu.
What about tonight when you go home? Like, my brother and I always used to hide our candy.
Oh yeah, she's got the bucket. I just saw it when I went back to pick up that stuff. She's got buckets everywhere. That shit. She's got 2 nuggets of candy.
Yeah, and you're worried about her. Like that must be the best part of being a parent.
As I was leaving this evening, she was sitting on the chair, and she had already eaten a bag of M&M peanuts or something, and the chocolate was dripping out her face and over here. And she was chewing on something, and she was just about to open up another bag, and my wife grabbed and go, "One more bag, and we put the rest of the candy away for tomorrow." She was cool.
Yeah.
He was cool with it. That's it. I'm happy for her. She had a good little Halloween. She had 3 nights of fucking trick or treat.
Damn.
And she had trunk or treat. One night at the church and one night at the fucking school. Who the fuck knows, lady? I don't, you know. It's. I'm baffled by all this. I'm still blown away that I'm a parent. Never mind doing comedy. Never mind doing a fucking podcast. I walked around with her. She looked like a cowgirl with a hat. I'm looking at her walking with 18 other kids in the middle. And every time she bumped into a kid, the hat fell off. She had to stop and pick up the fucking hat. She didn't get the fuck. She put the hat right back on the head. So I'm learning from her, I think, as much as she's learning from me. I'm learning about myself from her as much as fucking she's learning about me, I guess. So it's a pretty interesting part of my life, you know.
I knew you were nervous about having Mercy late, like being a little later, I guess, than you usually do. But it must be, and not even just with you, but it must be so cool for kids to have like parents who actually have like actual life experience. Because like I can't, there are kids my age who have 10-year-old kids, and that's great. Or what if I had been teaching someone for the last 10 years? That would have been terrible.
I'm having a really good time. You know, she's 3.5, and it's great. I'm happy for her. She goes to school 4 days a week. You know, she got the fucking activities. But I think about the other side of that. I think about, like, I'm having a good time with her. I've never had this before in my life. You know, I've never had this calm, this, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I had to, clear my schedule for her. And I gotta tell you, I was angry for 18 seconds. And I understood. Where 10 years ago, I would have been angry for an hour. And then we came to terms that eventually she would have warmed my heart. This time, I was okay with it. For 18 seconds, I go, damn, I can't do it. Fuck it. This is what it is, you know. I've accepted those little things. You know, I'm still ashamed of a lot of people that don't understand my situation.
In what way don't they understand it?
I have a schedule. I don't break it for nobody. Like, I have a schedule. I know what I want to do every week. I'm sorry. This is what I want to do. I have this type of time to fuck around. Tomorrow I got jiu-jitsu. I got something at 3:30, and I got something from 4 to 5:15. I'm going down to do a spot. And I'm going to meet Shane, and we're going to talk about pitching and shit like this, you know, like not baseball pitching, but pitching this fucking stupid thing we're trying to run. And that's what I want to do, you know. Wednesday, I'm going to sit. I ain't going to Hollywood Wednesday day. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to drill class, I'm going to jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to fucking whatever. Thursday, I might go to Hollywood the daytime and take care of a few things. Thursday night, I got a spot at the store. Friday, I'm not going up over that fucking hill. Saturday, I haven't decided yet. I might babysit and my wife go to a movie at night or something just to get her out of the house. She's in the fucking house for the last 3 weekends. You know, that weekend I came in and I was supposed to watch the baby and she was sick. So she didn't get to do anything. She hadn't been home for 6 fucking weeks. So maybe I was just thinking maybe staying home one night this week, let me go to the movies, get coffee, whatever the fuck she wants to do. You have to give them a break too. They can't just sit in that goddamn house, you know.
No. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
starting to lose my. That's the only thing that's bothering me right now in my life. My location situation. I don't know if this is where I want to stay yet. There's a lot of variables in my life, but I can't stand these fucking people. The joke is becoming a reality. Every day I hate one more person. They drive me crazy. And the good Lord knows I try.
And do you think if you didn't have a kid, you maybe wouldn't care as much? You just stay out here because it's work?
No, if I didn't have a kid right now, I don't know. But the thing is, everything still applies with me. Like, I still don't think I can do a winter in the East Coast.
I think after a couple weeks you get used to it. It's terrible, but it's not that bad. And trust me, I hate snow. But the only issue for you, I guess, would be the traveling, and that's a huge issue. Is you need to get out every week. But for me, I don't think it'd be that much of an issue.
Unless you just flew March till fucking October and told everybody to suck your dick, work locally 2 weeks a month. That's the other option. November you work in Jersey, December you work in New York, and January and February you work in Long Island and Boston.
Yeah, you could do that. Work the Amtrak. Yeah, the Amtrak tour. Yeah.
And then March, start going back on planes and shit. So you could. That's a great plan. I never thought about it.
Yeah, it can work. It's I'm nowhere near ever like having kids. Like that's not in my future right now. But I see what you're saying.
Always remember that. Nothing's ever in the future.
Right, that's true.
Nothing's ever in the future. Nobody fucking goes home and goes, tonight we're gonna make a kid. And by next year, nobody does it. A kid always comes surprised. I mean,
really? It's mostly a surprise?
Well, no. Some people, there's some women who, ovulate, they gotta get dicked that fucking night like a werewolf or whatever.
I thought most people didn't like that. I have no idea. I just always assumed
some people do it, and some people knock up pregnant, and the next thing you know, you gotta adjust your life in 9 months, or to think what you have to adjust your life for life to be like. And it's really no major big fucking deal. You wait. It's so funny. I always reference a movie that I saw, and that's The Thief. There's a scene with James Conner and Tuesday Wells in a diner, and he tells her about this thing that happened to him in prison and what's supposed to happen. And what he did and what happens. And he goes, you know what? Nothing happened. For all this time, I stressed out this situation that something was going to happen. And at the end, nothing happened. And it's the same thing with anything in life. You just pick it up and run with it. And you learn as you go along. But if you sit there and look at it from an outsider's eye and start reading books on it, you're going to get all caught up in bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I didn't like. I think parenting comes down to a lot of common sense. I think a lot of shit comes down to a lot of common sense. There's things I see that I can't believe, but I'm not smart, and I'm the only person who sees them.
Right. So you think you're not the smart one, and you see it. So why don't these smart people see it?
Well, these fucking people are walking around acting fucking smart with their little fucking hats and their little fucking dogs and shit. Make them believe like they know something about life. Why are they acting this way? The fact that they wanted to walk across like that and leave at 6:30, it's busy by Hollywood High.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking busy over there. And those people were driving past the Colfax. I'm sitting there going, why is my daughter walking towards Colfax? And I even tried to turn down the alley, and they kept going to fucking Colfax. Then the dad got into the middle of the street like to stop traffic, and cars were still whizzing back in. Fuck you,
you're gonna stop for a random guy. Oh, I hate when people do that.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they think they're a crossing guard.
Yeah, next thing you know, he's like, kids coming. All of a sudden, your kid gets whacked by a fucking car. Fuck you. I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm like, Terry, what's going on there? But no. Excuse me. Why don't we walk down to the corner and make a left and then walk around? And they're like, oh, my God, that doesn't sound bad. I go, look at those first 3 houses, the people on the porches waiting for kids. And you guys want to cross the street.
And to me, like, I can understand. It's like, okay, well, there's the crosswalk. It'd be okay. But every other day, just today in Van Nuys, there was a police chase. And, like, there's always crazy shit going on. And like, why take the chance?
You won't stop for nobody. All right, I thought I was fucking going crazy.
Oh, no. Dude, I wouldn't go out before Paula. I wouldn't leave my house on Saturdays and Sundays and go to at all. But especially to Ventura Boulevard, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like when we're going back to Boston. I was single for a long time in Boston. I used to hate going out Friday and Saturday nights because it's when all the drunk people, all like the people who go woo and all that, like all that stuff, which is great, is fine. They're young and having fun. I did it a couple times, but I'm not that kind of person. And then those are the kind of people who bump into you, who walk into you because they're looking at their phone, and I just avoided it. But yeah, you can't live in your house the whole life, so it's a struggle.
Yo, what's up, pimp?
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
I just,
and I think those people are everywhere now. Like I don't think, like let's say you move somewhere, unless you like live with family or certain people. Like I think those people are just.
Yo, dog.
I think everywhere is the same now. I think that's what.
I tell you what I've seen last weekend. I'm still baffled, and we talked about it. Greg and I talked about it for 30 minutes before the podcast started. And then we didn't talk about it anymore. During the podcast, we talked on it. And I was really starting to think about it. Okay, so I'm doing MMA Junkie.
Okay.
Great. I want to thank those guys, George and Brother Ghost, for putting me on Friday morning to promote my show in Vegas. Stitch Duran was on. I had a great time. But while I'm sitting there, we're talking about they're moving the Raiders to Las Vegas. Ooh. Okay, and I go, so where's the stadium? He goes, basically right across the street. And I go, so wait a second. They're going to put that fucking stadium in the middle of all this.
So it's near the Strip?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people dying there.
So I'm thinking to myself, listen, I watched the Raiders when they were fucking nasty in the 70s with Matuzak. I liked watching all that sickness. And then Big John Madden was the coach. I still remember that being a fucking kid, you know. And then the guy hit the guy on Monday night and crippled him, I think it was a Monday Night Football game. You know, Lester. I loved all that shit. But it became something else. Again, I don't mind watching a football game. But when me and Lee go to 7-Eleven, and there's a guy in there with a Raider tattoo all over his fucking head and his neck, you know, I mean, I don't know, Lee. I don't know. So,
the Raiders is another aspect to it. I'm just saying, having an NFL stadium right next to the Strip with all that alcohol, all those people, and two teams, one team lost, that's not going to be good. The Raiders, I've only heard about it. Like when I was just watching football, they were good. Like Rich Gannon, I think they won a Super Bowl around when I started like paying attention to football. But I've only heard about like the craziness that goes on there. Have you been to a game there?
No. But I know what happens at these games now. Every week I wake up and I see a video or they talk about it on the news about an argument at a football game, these Rams games.
The Rams games.
You know, I told fucking Bert Kreischer, I can't believe you got season tickets and you bring your wife down. You know, what if there's somebody fucking hits your wife in the head with a fucking bottle because you want to go to a stupid fucking football game? My friend's got season tickets. He always asks me, do I want to go down there? I just don't want to go to a game and get hit in the head because I'm there trying to enjoy a fucking game. I don't think that's smart anymore. You know, you say you went to a game and you got up to get hot dogs and the guys are talking to your girlfriend. And,
yeah.
You know, and it's just, I'm not moved for all that shit anymore in my life.
I didn't see that in Boston. I'm sure it exists somewhere. I think maybe it's just the bleachers. I think maybe it's just worth it to pay to sit in the nicer places sometimes. But even then, what are you going to do on the way out? Like, it's the place now where the Rams are and the place where they're going are not fun places to be.
But they're gentrifying it and then go with.
Eventually.
And it's going to be next to the Forum, correct?
Yeah. But it's not gentrified right now. And neither is the USC area.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: when is the proposed opening for this stadium?
I think it's like in 2 or 3 years. Let me check.
Okay, 2 or 3 years, they're gonna have more fucking. They're gonna have Bed Bath and Beyond down there.
Oh yeah,
when you want to chase black people out of your neighborhood, you don't call it the Ku Klux Klan. You put a Bed Bath and Beyond in that fucking neighborhood. Nothing scares black people more than Bed Bath and Beyond. They read that word beyond and that fucks with black people. That word beyond, they don't like that shit. Beyonce, I'm on. But beyond, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's all. That's what's going to happen. Guaranteed. You want to scare the fuck out of black people? Bed Bath and Beyond. Not Subway. There's other Firestone Station. That's fire bread, fucking bread.
Yeah.
You go in there.
I went there once.
Yeah, no. You don't even need to go in there. You can tell. It's a chain that's making sandwiches. They're gonna cut edges and just give you shitty cold cuts. They tell you the cold cuts are good, but the cold cuts are garbage. And the bread's garbage. That's what the whole thing about these sandwiches anymore is the bread is garbage.
This is my problem. The Firestone one is apparently they steam it, and the owner was there. He was nice, but he was like, "Hey man, you probably shouldn't take that to go because we steam it. So by the time it's gonna get all soggy." I was like,
"Fuck you."
I'm like, "That's how
I
you do it."
want my sandwich steamed like I want my balls licked by a fucking cat with sandpaper. Dante Gazzini showed up the other night in Las Vegas, looking like fucking Michael Corleone's driver.
Nice. He lost a bunch of weight.
He looks good. He looks good. I didn't get a chance to talk. Again, I don't want to do dick before show, and I don't want to do dick after the show. Now, basically, after the show, I just talked to people for 2 fucking hours. And I just sat down for 45 minutes, and I got back up for an hour, which means every muscle in my fucking leg is sore. So after the shows, I want to sit there and talk to these people and take pictures and fuck around. Dante and his friends were very nice enough to invite me to dinner. And I tried to tell Dante that Friday nights we usually go out with Mario's son. Remember Danny?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Danny comes and we shoot out. We just go to dinner at his house or whatever. Cuban for whatever the fuck. But it just so happened that I just shook Dante's hand. When I went outside that night, Danny called me and said, "I'm not coming Friday night. I'm coming Saturday with my dad." If Dante would have hung out, I would have probably ended up going eat with him, or he would have ended up going eat with us over at the Clan. Because we usually go to that fucking seafood bar.
Right, yeah.
But we were there till 10 o'clock talking shit again. The show ended at 9, and you're out there till 9, 10, 10:30 talking shit. You know how it is when you're after a show. People go to the show. Some people want to smoke with you, whatever. I ain't smoking with people. I didn't take nothing. Some lady did bring me candies, but I didn't take them till the end because now I'm scared because they threw you out. They got everybody under the eye, and if they threw you out, they want to throw me out next. So I'm like, I ain't taking nothing from fucking nobody. I wouldn't even take a kiss from fucking people, nothing. But people missed you, But I still like the South Point. Okay. The reasons why I like the South Point is for all the reasons we discussed. I know exactly what I'm getting. I get a good breakfast. I get a good lunch. I get a good piece of coconut cake. I took 3 bites and threw it away in the garbage.
You want coconut cake this year?
Yeah.
Not the strawberry shortcake.
No. Let me switch it up a little bit. Every once in a while, I got to switch it up. But it's funny. I got to see our good friend Larry. Larry's a dynamite guy. And I said to him, "Listen, tomorrow, swing your kid by." But after radio, I went back to the room and got stoned and fell asleep. I go, "Just bring him up to the room." And he came up to the room, and Steve Simone and Larry had his boy up there. That was his 10th birthday. That shit made me feel better than the fucking shows, Seeing how happy Larry was, and his kid was, the Meatball King, the fucking Fox, or whatever the fuck I was on.
Yeah, his kid, and he
Steve Simone. We love Steve Simone's comedy and stuff. Steve Simone has this family-friendly comedy. I'm listening to it the other day. I'm like, these people are having a good time right now. They're about to run into a brick wall with me. He's up there talking about ice cream and dreams and fucking pajamas and shit. And I'm about to go up there and talk about fucking Copernicus. So where's that fucking music you were going to play there? Monday, October 31st.
I believe, Jason, that dreams are like the wireless internet. If you learn how to tap into it, it's very easy.
Yeah, 100%. And there's a neurosurgeon, a neuroscientist, his name is Paul McVick. He just put out a study that the things that we dream about, the actual content, is passed down generationally, like up to 3 generations. And it really affirmed, when I was a child, one of those dreams I told you I was tormented by, I was probably only 5 years old at the time, and I had a horrible dream about a horrible decapitation. I've never seen a horror movie in my life. It was very bloody. It was awful. No reason for me to even that was 4-year-old, 5-year-old to have that in my head.
That's what it's all about. Let me get some shout outs real quick. Happy birthday, Matt Omaya. Joey Alvarado, the fucking kettlebell king. Got some article printed. Me and Rogan were talking about him on the podcast today. If you really want to get in jiu-jitsu shape with fucking kettlebells, Joey Alvarado is your man. Brandy Lynn, always looking good with a new Joey Diaz fucking pirated shirt. Art Porn, Chris O'Hara, Thomas Eagle, Lon Rosenker, and Jeff Skinner. I love you motherfuckers. And don't forget, 60 tickets left for the Wilbur Theater in Boston next Friday. Tons of tickets left for November 12th at Foxwoods. What's happening?
Oh no, I was gonna say it's down to 40 something now. I checked.
Really?
Yeah, so get your tickets back.
40 tickets left at the Wilbur Theater. And I'm not adding those shows. I ain't that fucking type of monster. What you got is what you get, cocksucker. Ali Wong sold out. Fucking, they got a great lineup.
Oh yeah.
Wilbur Theater ain't fucking around, bro. They got a good lineup.
The last time I was there, probably 6 or 7 years ago, was to see Russell Peters.
No shit.
Yeah. They've always had comedy there, but now it seems like they're focusing on it.
Well, they're going after a different, echelon or whatever. I don't know. I like Black Boston. I have nothing against Black Boston. I think Black Boston's a great club. The agency just wanted me to move up and do this theater. So I said I'll do it one time and see how it works out. I didn't do it. I didn't think I would do well. I just wanted to prove to them that, I didn't know what I wanted to prove. And I lost, so. But I'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I'm very excited about that.
It'll be fun. Do you mind if I talk real quick about the old episodes?
Not good.
So, guys, there used to be a limit on how many podcasts you could have on iTunes, only the most 100 episodes. Everything's always been available on our RSS feed. But real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release them all. But some of you have it set on to download every episode. Please don't switch it to have it only download new episodes, because I'm going to re-release everything, but I don't want to kill anyone's data plan. Because I opened it for a couple of hours and got a bunch of downloads. I was like, oh shit. So if anyone, just check your subscription and be on the lookout. I'm going to do it on Thursday morning, I guess. Or I'll do it Wednesday morning. And just be on the lookout for it. And that just means for everyone else that all 400 and whatever episodes will be available on your phone.
That's fucking believable, cocksucker. Look at you. Re-releasing like Ricky and Desi.
Yeah.
And Lucille Ball and shit like that.
So yeah, Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, I'll do it.
I've been having a hard time lately because I've been getting into this fucking Celia show on Netflix. I'm up to, I don't watch it for a few days, and I watch 2 episodes a night for 3 nights or something. And I'm up to episode, 20-something. And right now, Fidel took over. But it's so weird to see this island. And first off, I have to congratulate the writers of the show. They've done a phenomenal job so far. I told my wife, if they mention Union City, New Jersey, I will fucking shoot myself in the head. I'll have to contact these guys because they really did their homework. So it's a show about a Cuban singer, but right now at this point, Castro's taken over. The girl that was getting sexually molested by her stepfather has left and gone to New York City, and she's a successful singer. The young cousin to Celia Cruz is now homosexual, and the Castro regime just beat him up. Because I told Rogan about this 15 years ago that when the Castro regime took over in the beginning, they hated gay people. They were killing gays, throwing them out of ships with fucking tied their hands and shit. There's tons of stories about the Fidel Castro regime did to fucking
Jesus Christ,
gay people. I mean, there was so much going on in this TV show that is on point. The racism that was in Cuba, how they tried to threaten Celia Cruz to leave the band because of the color of her skin. They said she won't sell records. The owner of the company, his name is Sidney Siegel. He's a Jew, but he speaks Spanish. He's a Cuban Jew.
I was going to say that's a pretty Jewish name.
Sidney fucking Siegel. That's a great fucking name. But I also noticed that not once do they call him Julio, the Jew. I don't understand why. And they say mulata, they say margarita, they say slang words on the show. It's all in Spanish. But it's in whatever the fuck you call it when the words come up. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it. And I'm really enjoying the Spanish because it's 60% Cuban Spanish.
Do you think they would have called him just the Jew to him? They would have called him the Jew?
Behind his back, they call him Julio. Because Cubans do that shit. They just say it Julio. They go by nationality. But the point I'm trying to make that which is weird about this show is the religion that's involved in this. You know, whether it's the Santeria side or just praying to the saints. What this, you know, when my wife said, look at that person, she couldn't be anymore. When did the Irish invade Cuba? My wife said it as a joke. And I looked him straight in the face and I said, what do you mean? The Battle of the Boyne. When the Irish that didn't want to fight, wanted to leave, they went to the only other Catholic country. Cuba is known as a fucking Catholic country. That's it. That's it. It's a Catholic country. You know, so all these Irish went there, and there's a Chinese chick in the show to really show the different ethnicities that ended up in this island. It was like an island of fucking pirates that now had flourished, and they had gambling. They don't show the gambling in this show, which really baffles me. They show this island in the 50s that's fucking successful, and it has gambling, and it has music, and bands are coming to play there. You know, it's just this. You know, the generation today don't know about this. Even I, that was closer to that generation, I forgot all about this. I tell you what it is making me do. It's making me hate Castro again.
Oh, really?
All over again. Like, really fucking hate him.
They just show these clips. What do they do?
They have an actor that's playing Castro. And how, you know, how they took over homes. They went in there with a lie. But they went in there at the perfect time, Lisa. They went in there when Batista was making a mockery out of that island. You know, Batista didn't care about that island for the last 5 years. It was Italian control. You know, it was mafia control of those casinos. And basically, Batista was just taking a percentage and robbing. He didn't give a fuck, Jack. There's nothing they could do. Because what could they do? If they killed him, they had another fucking guy to deal with. So Batista did whatever the fuck he wanted to all those years. But at the same time, there was people dying of starvation in Cuba. You know, when I was a child, I heard these stories. And when I got a little older, I heard these stories, and I seen the Cubans in my neighborhood show the hatred they did to Fidel Castro. I never could understand. Like, get over it. Watching this again makes me understand why. It's really interesting what it's done to me watch this show. It also made me understand something else. It made me understand something about myself. You know what kept me alive all those years when I was the racket shit, and I went to jail, and I was involved with my ex-wife, and kid, and I was having all those problems. You know what kept me alive?
What's that?
My faith. I swear to God, I just realized it the last week or so. That's how much I believed it as a young man, you know.
And Catholicism.
Yeah, just Catholicism, the whole belief that I was being watched, that I had angels, people watched over me. I really...
Did you abandon that before, like when you were doing all that stuff?
I abandoned that, after the bad stuff, after my mom passed away. I abandoned it because I lost, like I've said before, my belief system. That's when I abandoned it because I couldn't believe it and what happened. You know, if there was a God, if there was all these great things, well, how could this happen at this age?
Right. But it's even, I mean, when did you get it back? Because I would imagine it'd be a struggle to deal with doing some of the bad stuff and thinking you're being watched.
I would think it from time to time all those years. I probably got a little bit of my faith back like in 2001 when it started coming back. You know, I've been thinking a lot lately. I've been writing a lot lately. And it's really weird what love does to you in a way. And even though I tried to fight Terry off, Terry gave me some faith for a couple of years there. You know, just a little bit of faith. And I was shooting a short film. I went in there. I had no fucking idea what I went in there. and I booked it. It was $100 a day, and they started breaking my balls right off the bat. Like, we're going to do rehearsals on that. I said, oh, yeah. What's the problem? It's a $100 a day film, brother. I can't rehearse this shit. I rehearse on the fucking set, please. And we're blocking. We rehearse. He was a new director out of USA. He was by the book, How to Break the Spirit, right off the bat.
Was he still at USC? Was it a student film?
No,
Or
he
was
was just graduated, but he was doing something. And you know what? I told him, fuck you. I was like, I ain't doing it. I told him the audition. He goes, you know, if you book this, we're going to rehearse all next week. I go, how much is this pay? He goes, it pays $100 a day. You have 3 days on the set. I go, what are the rehearsals pay? He goes, that's all part of the movie. I go, I can't rehearse. He's like, I ain't rehearsing. I ain't coming up here to fucking rehearse.
You were talking about your schedule earlier. I love when you had that meeting last week and you were talking to the friend at the bar and you were just messing with him the whole time. Just like, I'll say I'll go until the day of. He was having a heart attack.
It really is the truth, man.
And
I'm not lying to anybody no more. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm too old and I don't have the fucking time. And especially when it involves a plane. You know, there's just so many things that I just can't do. I just won't do. You know, when I'm sitting there and it's October and you're talking to me about a situation that's going to occur in April, I'll talk to you about it. You sure? Right. Yeah. No, come on. Really? You know, I'll talk to you about it. When am I going to fill it in? I don't fucking know.
Call back in March.
Huh?
Or like, is that what you say, basically?
Oh, yeah, call me back in March. I'll let you know what's going on.
It's fun for me now because I know what your response is going to be. So whenever I see someone ask me a question like that, it just makes me happy.
Oh, yeah. Even my agents know. I'll tell you whatever the fuck you want to hear the day of. You know, while nothing's going on. Once I wake up, get up, eat cereal, and I really know if I'm taking that right over the hill. Then I really know. Then I really decided what I'm about to do is that fucking important. What's the most important thing for me to do today? Is it really to go over and home and get a bad sandwich with somebody and talk about shit I've already heard 80 times? Not really. That gets canceled. This gets canceled. This gets canceled. This gets canceled. It's that fucking quick.
People are always surprised when they find out about like my work schedule. They're like, so when are you gonna do that? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find out. We don't know nothing about nothing. That's what makes this the most interesting job.
It's actually kind of freeing not having to worry about because that would have freaked me out before. That would have given me anxiety.
I know it still does, but listen. All you gotta do is look at my calendar and go, he's gone that weekend and that weekend. I know I'm not
yeah,
working.
But that doesn't even work all that sometimes because sometimes the gig it just goes away. You're like, I can book something or maybe like who knows?
No. Once in a while that happens.
Once in a while, but
so if you look at the 2 main comedy club weeks of the month,
oh yeah,
they're always solid.
Yeah, those are true. So but then sometimes you change the day you're leaving. So
I'm always leaving Thursday. I've got it down to the funniest thing about me is they'll call me and they'll go, listen, they'd like for you to come. And I'll give them the number of the Wednesday night flight. Like this is, wait. Do you understand?
So you'll tell them you're coming in Wednesday?
Sure. I'll get it.
You have to do the research to find out what the Wednesday night flight number is.
You know I don't fuck around, man. If you don't, I even do red eyes. If you don't catch it once I send you the you're just that stupid. Oh, yeah.
And they're waiting for you at the airport with the sign?
Sure. I just have to schedule like 8 appointments. Sure. Go ahead. Your sports radio. Go ahead. Drummond. Go ahead. Oh, podcast? Yeah, sure. I'll break my fucking rule this time, P. I'll do a podcast. Once they ask me about the podcast, then I really pull the plug on. Then I get into about 4:30 or 5, 6 maybe. Let's say if it's fucking East Coast Club.
Right.
I'll do it about 7:01, which is 10:01 their time.
In the morning.
At night.
Or at night. Okay.
So they going to bed already with the pajamas on, thinking they gotta get up early and go pick up Joey Diaz at the fucking. They think they gotta wake up.
They're already asleep then. They probably have to wake up early.
They're already asleep. They're getting up at 5 to go pick up Joey at the fucking Red Eye, and he just drops a bomb on them. They take the little snuggies off. Well, Joey, what's going on? Listen, you're not gonna believe this. I was, you know,
This can only happen to me.
You always open up, but you're not gonna believe this, and this only happened to me. I'm sitting here all fucking week, scratching my balls, sniffing my fingers. You understand me? Nobody fucking gives a fuck about me. Just right now. What time is it over there? It's
10:01.
It's 10:07. Yeah, right now. 10 to fucking 7 my time. I just got a call from the fucking casting director that they want me to audition for this role tomorrow. So wait, whoa. Does that mean you canceled them up? Come on. Will I do that to you? I talked her into putting it on tape tonight, but I gotta do it at 9 o'clock. That's your new problem. That means I can't make the Red Eye. Fuck. I don't think I can schedule that radio for you. Well, listen, it's already 3/4 sold out. Wednesday, what do we got Thursday? We got 2:10. All right, don't really worry about it. We'll take some pictures. They'll go on Twitter. Everybody's happy. And we'll solve the weekend. I need your fucking... And then when he gets off the phone, there's no audition. There's no vertigo. There's no nothing.
You're gonna have to start like keeping a list of all your excuses so don't reuse them.
Vertigo will last forever. I get vertigo whenever the check ain't right, something. You know what I'm saying? Whenever something right, the check ain't right.
The check is not getting vertigo.
See, oh yeah. No. Let me tell you something. If they make me an offer and it ain't right, I'll milk the offer to the day before the week. I'll sell a bunch of tickets. And then I'll call my agent and we'll start working. Listen, call the club and tell him Joey's got vertigo. You don't know if he can make it. He said he just looked at the offer for the first time.
Your agent must hate seeing your phone number pop up on
Yes,
Wednesdays. Wednesdays, like, I'm not gonna answer your calls on Wednesdays. It's always bad news.
Dog, if I'm gonna pay him 10%, I'm gonna make him earn. I'm worse than that than sitting Jew on the flight to fucking LAX that time. That worked those fucking stewardesses. I will work that agent to death if he gets me for 10%. I don't give a fuck, Jack. I'll make up fucking work. I'll switch weeks on him just to torment him.
And you didn't need to switch the weeks. You're
The
just
funniest thing was, I called him like in September. So listen, I can't make it, no promises. Look at those weeks after the special. I don't know how they go. He's like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I don't know. I might cancel all of it.
you at least gave him that warning.
Oh, I go to Wilbur might go, Connecticut might go, and they weren't going nowhere. I'm just torturing them just to let them know what Captain Cook got to get a prize in. I'm whipping them. I'm like, you know what? I might do right behind, but we might cancel Portland. Portland? Yeah, we might cancel Portland. I might just take the rest of the fucking year. Oh my God, there's just silence.
When you smoke weed, do you get evil thoughts and just call people?
Please, that's my darkest thoughts when I'm sitting there by myself.
The phone and a joint.
You know, I hear somebody talking to me and bothering me and shit. Those are my best fucking moments when I'm sitting there. I could drop shit in my head, I'll put shit down. And I even have it strategically when I can call you, what times. I can work you the whole night.
I was talking to Paula because she's like, she's moving in a week or two. And I was like, well, yeah, so Joe calls sometimes. And she's like, what time does he call? I'm like, well, it could be 2 in the morning or 6 in the morning. And I'm like, and she's like, okay.
I just put the cell phone on vibrate.
It's always on vibrate. It's fun. I almost missed the 6 a.m. phone call. Like, you had me on that regimen for at least a month.
I'll put you back on it first thing tomorrow morning. I'll put you to the front of the line. It's like 10 to 6. That's a good one right there.
You have a schedule? Like a list?
First off, you know the people that call me in the daytime from this with a number that I don't recognize? I call them at like 5:01 in the morning. They never pick up. They're baffled.
Of course, it's 5 in the morning.
4:35, and then I call you. I call all the people like at 6.
You just torment Los Angeles.
I give them till 6. If I see Red Man is doing that shit periscoping, I give him whatever time he stopped periscoping, and I'll blast him right there at this house twice, back to back. I'll make sure he answers that fucking phone.
Even if we went to bed like 5,
I don't give a fuck.
you're gonna call him at 6:30.
I don't give a fuck. If I know people are doing blow, if I see them on Facebook, I think they're doing blow, I will call them and shit.
Why do you need to torment these people so much?
Because you have to. There was a friend of mine that's a comedian locally here, and he would do blow and go on Twitter. And I would call him at like 6 and just start tormenting his life about fucking, listen, though, I just got a call from the cops. I would fucking torment them. I'm a professional. This is what I enjoy. I don't have a lot of things that I enjoy. You I take peace on.
When?
All the time.
When do you take peace on me?
Listen, if I
I
get
had Larry as my witness this weekend. On the other end of the phone calls, he's like, "I was hysterical when he was busting your balls."
Listen, I could put you in a fucking insane asylum. I could put you in a 30
I was like halfway there. I've been Googling, doing some Yelp researches.
Listen to me. In 30 days, I could put you in the insane asylum asking questions. Going in there fucking dropping Pink Floyd fucking lyrics and shit. But I like it. You're a good kid. And I don't get a satisfaction from cracking. It's people who think they're geniuses who I like to crack. Those are the ones that can put them on the smoke load crack program.
How many people have you sent to the insane asylum? At least
about 15.
They must know you then. There must be like a story of Joey Diaz for the mental institutions.
There's a kid on Facebook. I was dear friends with him for a while. I love him. I love him like a fucking brother. I really did. And I don't know. He just always felt like I put something on him. He went to a therapist and talked about it. Because years later, he wrote me like this note on fucking Facebook. You know, you would have messed with my little kids. So fucking they were just playing around.
Oh, I'm in for a lot of mental therapy. I was actually thinking about it, to be honest with you.
What were you thinking about it?
I was thinking, I've never gone to therapy. I've never done it. I was like, fuck, I pay for this insurance, and I'll go test it out.
We're going to talk to the lady.
I haven't called yet.
So once you call, you go down there, they put your name in the file, and then they ship your name to Washington. Now they put you in the Louis bin, all right? Now you've been to the Louis bin one time. Don't mean that you've been to the Louis bin. Now they start sending you propaganda in the mail, right? Because they know you have retarded, right? And they start sending you propaganda, and they ask you about
propaganda?
Yeah, about a national diet and stuff like that. The next thing you know, you're fucking, they send you peanuts. You go shoot the president, you can't figure out what made you go shoot the fucking president, what made you go shoot the movie theater. I'm not shooting nobody. No, that's what I'm saying. You're not going to do. You're going to tell me crazy, I'm going to make you crazy.
You think so? You don't recommend me talking? Well, I mean, damn, you don't.
When I went, I never knew what therapy was. It just sounded very distant to a guy like me, especially at a young age. But when I was in the halfway house and I failed a drug test, they put me back at the halfway house. And then when I failed another drug test, they were going to put me in jail. Thank God I had a great attorney who negotiated a 6-week stint at a place called Serenity, which is now out of business. This thing went out of business 25 years ago. So I put it out of business now. So I paid them. Everything was great. Because you couldn't get the certificate until you paid them. So for me to have to pass this probation thing, I had to pay them. I had the certificate. They fucked me, but I didn't give a fuck. They kept me out of jail. It was 6 to 9 every fucking night. 5 nights a week. 6 to fucking 9. So if you left work at 5, you had to go right to fucking
Did they have dinner for you?
And what?
Did they have dinner for you?
They had a big feed. They had a break at 7:40, 7:30. You had a 15-minute break to eat your dinner if you brought it. The women were very nice. I had never, even going to prison, I could sit here and tell you that I was put into groups. They never put me into nothing. There was zero rehabilitation for me as far as talking in there or anything like that. There was AA meetings and NA meetings, and there was a group that you automatically paid for, whether you got something out of it or not. I went to that one.
So yeah, might as well go.
But I didn't go to anything else that I felt really. This was the first time in this halfway house. Was the first time where I saw the effects of therapy. You know, and it started with talking, conversation. It felt like we started talking about a conversation, and then they took that conversation and used it against you. Every word literally. Now, there's one thing about me. I'm not a literal guy.
What do you mean by that?
If somebody's sitting outside that wall,
Okay.
I can get the cops called on me every fucking night. You know, we're fucking around, you and I, and I go, Lee, do a bong hand, or you giggle like, well, Lee, come on, either in the mushroom, or Lee, we're gonna either star together, and you look at me, and I just fucking around with you. And I just go, Lee, eat that fucking star, I'll stab you today. You and me giggling. But there could be a guy out there that takes that literal and will dial 911 and try to press charges or say he heard it many times. Joey telling Lee he was stabbed in the neck.
Right. Yeah. It's just sort of along the lines of anytime there's a tape recorded scandal. That's always my thought. Is that maybe like we don't know, like, you don't know the whole story with that sort of stuff.
So, I don't know about a tape recorded scandal.
Oh, that would be tape. I mean, I guess. Maybe. Who knows?
What the fuck are we talking about?
Little.
Being little. So I go into this therapy with these. So at the first thing you went, there was 3 people with 1 therapist. And you talk about your life and blah, blah, blah. Then the next day she came back and just laid into you. Well, if your mother smoked pot, do you think this was the reason you would smoke pot? I don't really know. Well, think about it. What do you think? It just became like they would dig on you until they found the scab. They would let you talk about it. And then every time your skin would start to grow over that puncture wound, they would pick at it. That's what it felt like.
That was their style of therapy.
That was their style or whatever. That's what I felt at that time. And I didn't think that. I think that there's some stuff sometimes that's meant to stay under the carpet. I think that right now at 53, man, if you want me to lie to you guys, there's times I remember shitty things I did when I was fucking 10. I don't even, you guys know me. And I did shit when I was 10 and 8. I don't have the courage to talk about it now. You know, but it's not like I killed somebody or raped somebody or something like that. But this is creepy type shit, you know, that I was doing with, excuse me, I was doing with friends of my mother's kids. You know, like they had daughters or something, and I would sleep over and me and the kid, you know, we were young. We were fucking young kids, you know, we did creepy fucking things, you know. That was it, but I'm kind of ashamed of it. It wasn't that bad, but kind of ashamed of me, you know, he was just a stupid fucking kid, you know.
Right.
But it comes back to fuck with you. If you have any dignity, or if you have anything that you're made of, those little things always come back and remind you, you know. So now, like, I tell you, when I was a kid, my mom had a dry cleaner. And she had a dry cleaner with a guy named Nelson Rivera and his wife, Delilah. They were really involved in numbers since Delilah and Nelson ran the dry cleaners. They got extra percentages from the dry cleaner. But my mom bought into the dry cleaner. It doesn't really matter. We were all really good friends. Nelson, my mom, and my dad had gone back to the 50s. It was now in the 70s, and they were still friends, dear friends. Nelson and my dad had started a dry cleaning. And this is how the relationship flourished. When my dad died, my mom stayed friends with him. She sold her half. But then Nelson opened up another dry cleaner in the Bronx, and my mom bought into that one. They had a daughter that was 2 years older than me. She was 2 fucking years older than me. And on the weekends, sometimes, they were divorced. Nelson and the girl's mother.
Yeah.
So she would only get her every other week. So Nelson would purposely get her and didn't bring me up there, even though she was 2 years younger than me. I was 2 years younger than her. She was older than I was. Well, I don't know how long I knew her. One day we started making out, like kissing creepily, and I would pass out. It was fucking terrible. I didn't know what I was doing. I was embarrassed. And then I would suck on her titties. I mean, we were like fucking cousins. I was sucking her titties and shit like that. We were blood cousins. It wasn't like we were really cousins. Not at all. I've never even...
You don't think your parents were trying to get you to get married? Or, well, not
at the age of 8?
Obviously not then, but
I remember she was old. I'm exaggerating on the age because there was one point we kept doing it and she had hair on her pussy already. And I had no hair. We didn't have sex or anything like that. We were just kissing. Well, now I think about that because I have a daughter.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. This is how it repeats itself sometimes. You're like, Okay, was I sexually harassing that girl? No. Was she sexually harassing me? No. They put us in the bed together. And on Saturday mornings, we'd wake up early, like at 6 in the morning. At that time, I had like a little hard on, and she asked me what it was one time. And from there on, it was all over. She never sucked my dick, and nothing like that. We didn't have sex. There was nothing like that. We were too young and too innocent. We kissed, and I squeezed the little boobies. But in the first grade, I gave Debbie Dominguez 50 fucking cents, and she showed me a Debbie's 50 a quarter. Me and like 6 other boys in the playground. We were in the first grade.
I never paid anyone. I had a girl who I did sort of what your parents, like, we had sleepovers, like, we had a fake marriage once. It was kind of
married.
I don't know, probably our parents. We went to Friendlies. We got our own table. It was pretty cool. But I think we might have been like maybe 8 and 6, maybe around there. Maybe or not even that. Maybe even 5 and 4. It was young. It was younger.
And when did the marriage end? How old?
Oh, it was immediately. I mean, we were friends, but I guess probably as I got older, it would start to get weird. So they probably like, you can't sleep over. That's probably at a certain age. I guess it would probably stop being cool for a boy and a girl to sleep over. I don't really remember how old I was when I stopped though. But yeah, I was probably around 10. Yeah, that's a weird thing to have to worry about as a dad.
I was such a Catholic kid that I don't think I could. I remember I felt guilty about that, but I didn't think I could have sex. As long as I didn't have sex, I didn't feel guilty. Even at that age, I kind of deal with myself. But the next summer when I saw her pussy was hairy, dog, and I was like in shock. And she's like, let me show it to you now with all the hair. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I was too young. I don't think I even knew about sex, to be quite honest with you.
I knew about it. I had heard about it. But I was shy towards it. It was just like kind of disgusting to me. But I like kissing people. I didn't know. I like dancing and kissing women. And I like my dick getting hard and my head getting all hot. So what the fuck are you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Who doesn't like all that?
Fucking October is gone already, ladies and gentlemen. This means that tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to start seeing Thanksgiving commercials. And Christmas commercials. There's already Christmas trees. Somebody said it's one of the either Walmart or Kmart or something. They went last week and there was already Christmas trees on fucking sale. So there you have it. This petrifies the shit out of me this time of the year.
We went to Walmart and they were on Halloween. They ordered the Christmas stuff. It was pretty crazy.
Wow. This year went by super fucking fast, my friends. Super fucking fast. It's amazing. You sit here and you go, that's it. I had to go home for and take a nap after the Joe Rogan podcast. My fucking ears were bleeding from all the talking. It was ridiculous. It was tremendous. I had a good time there, but Jesus Christ. But it's just you can't believe it. Like I look at things sometimes. I'm like you guys. I like to look at the calendar and go, wow, it's October 11th. We got this much time. Listen, but we were just getting excited about the special.
I know. Now it's going to be here.
Okay, once November hits, it's a month and a half away.
Yeah, so in 2 hours.
Wow. Time has flown this year, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, we got some interesting new sponsors this week here. This one is the best one. I like this one so far. It's a great deal. And I've asked Larry. Larry is a driver, and I've asked him. I gave Lee. Lee, you've done Lyft before.
Oh yeah, I've driven and as a rider.
Oh, you've driven and been a rider for Lyft?
Absolutely.
And you've always talked about Lyft. You still use Lyft.
That's what I prefer. It's a nicer experience. It's a friendlier experience. They're always upfront. I like that you can tip. You can tip these people.
That's what a lot of people like, that you can tip. Remember, I asked you one time, it was in New York. I asked my niece, and she's like, no, they're already good taken care of. I'd like to tell you about a smart way to earn extra money and get an extra $500 bonus. Drive for Lyft. Okay? Are you in between jobs and looking to earn extra money? Yeah, it's fucking Christmas time. You're not going to pay money for your kid's college fund? I fucking hope so. That shit's expensive. You're going back to school yourself. You get another degree on your first one. You're writing the next great American novel. You're seeking alternate funding for your next startup. Planning an exotic vacation. Tired of waiting tables, and you just love to drive. Do yourself a favor. Drive for Lyft. The ride-sharing app that lets you be your own boss, pick your own hours, and earn up to $1,500 a week driving your own car. Okay? There are other ride-sharing apps out there, but everyone likes driving for Lyft because they treat their drivers right. Lots of people started as customers. Now they drive for Lyft. It's a flexible way to make extra money anytime, from anywhere. All you need is a car. Driving for Lyft pays up to $35 an hour, and getting started is fast and easy. You can drive mornings, nights, weekends. Just flip into driver mode and start making money. Plus, only Lyft drivers can earn tips from within the app. Those add up fast. And you don't have to wait days or weeks to get paid. You can cash out instantly with Express Pay. It all adds up. It's super flexible. You keep your own tips, and you get paid when you need the extra cash. Plus, you make your own hours, and you're the Captain Kirk of the enterprise. Do me a favor. You're sitting around there with a thumb in your ass. You're not doing nothing. You bought that nice car. Now the girl dumped you anyway. Now you don't know what the hell to do. I got an idea for you. Let's make some extra dough, especially over the holidays. Why not start the first with an extra couple yardsticks in your pocket, living like a doctor? Sign up for Lyft.com/Joey today. And right now, Lyft has a special offer for our listeners. Get this, a $500 new driver bonus when you sign up using our show. Just go to Lyft.com/Joey today so you can start making extra Guinness and get your $500 new driver bonus today. That's Lyft.com/Joey. Again, that's Lyft.com/Joey. Listen, you've been looking for a job, you can't fucking find one. What are you going to do? Sit there during the holidays and be broke? Do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Do your family a favor. Go to Lyft.com/Joey today. Get a nickel bonus. Go to Lyft.com/Joey today. Get a $500 bonus on us, okay? Let me tell you something. When I had an opportunity to work with these guys, I had to jump on it. A friend of mine had one of these MT watches, and I loved how it looked. The problem with me is I got this gorilla paw. And every time I get a watch, they break. I do something, so I pass it on to my good buddy Lee, and he loves the watch. That just goes to show you we don't play games here in the church of what's happening now. MBMT watches, pronounced the Movement Jack, was founded on the belief that style shouldn't break the bank. And the watchmaker's goal is to change the way consumers think about fashion by offering high quality, minimalist products at revolutionary prices. With over 500,000 watches sold to customers in 160 plus countries around the world, MBNT Watches has solidified itself as the world's fastest growing watch company. All right, they're on TV, radio. These guys are savages. As far as me is concerned, you love to watch, correct?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's light. It looks nice. I really like the black on black. It's easy to tell the time.
And it feels great, and it looked great with that black suit on.
Absolutely.
Now, the company started by two broke college kids that wanted to wear stylish watches, but couldn't afford them. So they started their own watch company. Movement watches start at $95 at a department store. You're looking at $400 to $500. Movement figured out by selling online, they were able to cut out the middleman and retail markup and providing the best possible price. Classic design, quality construction, and style minimalism. Over 500,000 watches sold in over 160 countries. What we're going to do is this. It's the holidays. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mbntwatches.com/church. CHURCH. This watch is really clean design. Seriously, I've been getting compliments. Lee's been getting compliments ever since he put it on. Now is the time to step up your watch game. It's the holidays. You want to look good. You want to impress people at the parties. Go to mbntwatches.com/church. Join the movement, Jack. You're going to love these watches. Again, go to mbntwatches.com/church. You're going to love this stuff. All right? What do you think about that, Lee?
I love
your watch. And I'm happy you love it. Don't forget, Onnit's always there for you. They've been there for us. Every time I fly, the Alpha Brain, the powder, boom, boom, boom. I'm back. There's no jet lag. I don't feel like Bella Lugosi afterwards. I'm ready to sling dick and give out bubblegum. I'd also love to welcome ZipRecruiter.com. Okay, a friend of mine turned me on to these guys, and he said they were great. Are you hiring? Do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates, all right? If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post all your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 100 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, my listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/church. One more time, it's free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Okay? Listen, I'm not looking to hire somebody, but what I've heard is if I was looking to hire somebody, this would be it. So go to ZipRecruiter.com and put in church, and you can post any job listing for free. What do you think about that? Yeah, this is a fucking great deal. You have a business, you're looking for people. It's the holidays. This is the time of the year. Don't forget, me and Lee will be at the Wilbur Theater. What's the date, Lee?
The 11th.
11/11. And then on 11/12, we'll be at Foxwoods at 7:30 at night. We'll be out of there by 9. Maybe we can catch the last fight of the UFC right there at the casino. That's how we roll, bitches. Thank you for rolling with us this month. Thank you for all the downloads this month. Thank you for helping us out with the taping. Listen, I love all you guys, right? You motherfuckers, we wouldn't have nothing. We figured it was Halloween. It was going to be a dead fucking thing. We'll be back Wednesday or Thursday morning with a new podcast, all right? See you then. Don't forget about us next Friday at the Wilton and Saturday night at the Foxwoods Country Club. We were going to be on week 4 now. We put it to those.
We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life. Today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Two guys, five rings. Yes. One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Owen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes. You gotta get your head in the Guinness. That's not that fun. And the culture. Not French. Well, no. Association with the Nation of France. But you did live in Montreal. Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to Two Guys, Five Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app. Search Two Guys, Five Rings and start listening.
Being convicted of a DUI is not a glorified traffic ticket. It's a criminal conviction. Take it seriously and make them prove their case. I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFFS. And what you don't know can and will hurt you. Call 1-800-NO-CUFFS. 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
You wouldn't trust a butcher to babysit your pet pig. You wouldn't trust a lumberjack to repair your antiques. Or a professional wrestler to be your massage therapist. So why would you trust anyone but Amco to fix your car? For over 50 years, we've been the trusted experts in transmission repair. Check out Amco's multiple financing options, so you can fix it fast and pay it off slow. AA, MCO. She said, hey, you work at KFI? I said, yeah. And she said, my boyfriend listens to you all the time. I said, oh, that's cool. What's his name? She goes, it's my ex-boyfriend. Whenever we got in the car at night, he wanted to listen to you. And I wanted to talk. And I got pissed. Whoa! I broke him up. The Tim Connolly Jr. Show. Well, now that you've said go, want any more of this? Live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI. And on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640. Call Jacob in the morning. Call Jacob. KFI AM 640.
Time, cocksuckers. It's that time for your Uncle Joey. Just when you thought it was safe. How we do it, this motherfucker. Who's better than you, cocksuckers? Uncle Joey here, mid-afternoon, little fucking bonghead. I'm here with my trusted boomba, Lee Silent, getting ready to get the party fucking started. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. I hope you're having a good day, wherever the fuck you are. Bangladesh, Boston, Iowa, what the fuck is crack-a-lackin'? Get WKNZ coming at you, cocksuckers. What's happening? It's a beautiful fucking day to be alive. I'm over here doing some bongheads. As far as edibles, we're taking a day off. For what? They don't work no more. They don't work. We're fucking eating. I leave here, I can't even shit. I'm shitting fucking gelatin. You understand me? It's over. We're taking a couple of days off, and we're coming back stronger than ever. Just little clouds of love. Get the warm up. This is the bong warm up. You know what I'm saying? I've been smoking dope like an animal, but we're not with a bong for the last 2 days. So you gotta get back in training. I'm sorry about not posting a podcast last night. It was the World Series victories. Okay, that's as American as it gets. I ain't got time to break American tradition because you guys want a fucking podcast. I want to congratulate Chicago where I shot my motherfucking special. Because that's a badass fucking city, you understand me? And I watched it. It was a great fucking game. I bit my toenails. I bit my fingernails. I plucked my fucking ass hairs. Everything. The suspense was killing me. But I congratulate Cleveland because they played like fucking savages themselves. Besides that, back to bondage, Joey. This ain't no fucking ESPN concept. Tremendous to get those lungs fucking moving. You understand me? People don't believe me. Everybody wants to walk. Everybody wants to run. Fuck all that noise. You do 15 bong hits back to back with the shit I'm giving you. Your lungs are tip top with goop. I know motherfuckers that smoke reefer to condition. You understand? That's how they condition themselves. Fuck running stairs. I did 98 floors of bong hits today. Like three bong hits to a fucking floor. Can you imagine that? Just keep doing bongs, just like doing fucking stairs. You believe by my side. Little pop Benatar, crimes and passion. I'm taking it easy today. I'm happy you're here. I missed you, cocksuckers. The weed is going into my mind, little by little. Choo-choo. I told you. You want to hang out with these fucking Gentiles that say they smoke weed? Go hang out with them. If you want to go deep and touch your fucking soul with reefer, I got the answer, cocksuckers. I gotta open up the door. It's getting hot in here, like one of those Nelly songs. You're back. Most importantly, you're back, cocksuckers. This fucking mule was kicking for this bomb. You understand me? Don't forget, Jam On is the first song today. Speaking of mules fucking kicking, have you got your little tushy fucking portable bidet yet? If you haven't, you better get your shit together. I might be fucked up, but my asshole is spotless fucking clean. Warm water in your asshole does wonders for you. You can kick the therapist in the fucking cunt. You understand me? It's over. You're fucking thought-free. Anyway. It's a nice day to do it, Barney. Go ahead, take a chance. Come on, Mr. Cocksucker. Who's watching? Who's watching? The Cubans? Who's watching? I can't stand you no more. Oh, shit. You kidding me or what? Little Neil Giraldo in the afternoon. Lee's looking at me with his little Puff Daddy shirt on. When do I get a bong hit, Uncle Joey? When do I get a bong hit, Papa? You know, in time. Wow. I'm happy you're here. See what I'm saying? Listen, maybe you can just smoke pot, but smoking pot with family, that takes a complete different fucking gift. I mean, you don't want to get high with your dad. That's unsacrilegious. You don't want to get high with your mom. Next thing you know, you're getting high. Next thing you know, Pablo's getting high. She's sucking his dick for a lawnmower. You know. Some dude that mows the lawn in your neighborhood. Pablo is an imaginary guy with a big dick. He's Mexican. He don't hablo, so he ain't gonna tell nobody he's stuck on your mother's asshole. You know, your mother's secret is safe. You don't have, you don't say fucking two words. You just want to go home and tell his Mexican buddies. Some crazy white woman licked my asshole while I was fucking mowing the lawn. What are you waiting for? You gonna take that thing? You look at her like it's a black dick. Grab that motherfucker. Maze changed the tune, but not the song. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. That's a bomb coming at you right there. That's the one right there. Look, it's coming out of your nose. I like it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Look at him. Look at him. You can't even believe it. Look at him. Tremendous. What do you think you're dealing with here? Joy Bananas stuff? You think I would periscope you and bother you if we weren't going to go into the deep, murky waters? This reefer is tremendous. It's presidential from fucking Sunset Herbal. I still run with the Armenians from time to time. When you want to get the real deal, you got to go see the Armenians. Plus, I got nice girls over there who will help you. Then I look tight. I love them with all my heart. And you got to go over to Sunset Herbal. And they got the stars of death, like my man Gino with Speedweed. Let's say you don't want to sit there no more. You're sitting there. You're like, what am I going to do with my life? Holy shit, I'll call Speedweed and have Gino come over some fucking stars of death. That's the way to do it, concepts. But you don't want to do it. You don't listen to your Uncle Joe. You rather go out. Let's do Adderall. Pills, my focus. What focus? What fucking focus? You smoke 2 bongos of this shit, you'll be focused for 6 hours, guaranteed. Plus, you have a good time.
Maybe I'm the one saying you'll be focused.
Straight from the fucking Thompsons, you understand me?
You ever have that happen?
What happened?
When I smoked yesterday, and I got focused, but I got focused and I fixed my remote. Right? I was supposed to go to work and I was like, I gotta refocus my remote.
It's a good time to reprogram your remote. Shit that's boring, you do the best when you're on reefer. When you're bored to pieces doing something, smoke some reefer, see what happens. You get into that shit right there. Uncle Joe is here for you, man. Always doing bomb hits. Don't forget, next Friday, there's like 8 tickets, fucking 11 tickets left at the Wiltern D. The next Saturday, I'm at Foxwoods Country Club. The good fucking thing is the show's from 7:30. We'll be out of there by now. Your cat's fucking Conor McGregor. Come on, right to a bar with you fucking savages. And we're gonna talk shit right now. Periscope like family, all of us. And then that's it. That's how we do it, you bad motherfuckers. Uncle Joey's always taking a fucking movie. And then the 18th of November, we're going back down to H-Town. Fridays, 1 show only. Part of the Come and Take It Comedy Festival. Go to comandtakeit.com and get tickets. It's $35 for the whole fucking day. So you can see me, Todd Barry, an improv group, 3 guys scratching their asses with guitars and everything for 35 fucking beats. That's how I roll. We don't fucking play games with nobody. Besides that, what happened? We're doing bomb hits. The sun's shining. I had lunch now. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, you gotta get your shit together. That's it. You're fucking 20 days away from Thanksgiving. You're fucking, 62 days away from Christmas, and you're sitting there fucking broke as fuck. Thinking, what am I gonna do with my life? Fuck it. You gotta get up. You gotta get up there. And I told you I'm fucking stoned for the juice right now. Stoned for the juice. That weed. Where is this motherfucker right here? Presidential. Throwing fucking heat from the jump. You understand me? Sunset Herbal, and while you're there, you get the purple stars, the red stars, or the fucking green stars. Whatever color skirt you're into, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. You know, I'm just trying to put the pieces together. I ain't got much to say today. We got a podcast to do. I gotta go see the doctor at 4. I got a spot at the comedy store at 10:45. Who the fuck's better than you? I'm on it today. I've been on it since 10 or fucking 1. I got up at fucking 5. I did what I had to do. I sent my emails. I got so fucking stoned I passed out till fucking 9. You understand? But my main man is here. Make me bet in court. I'm gonna get this fucking party started. All right? Stay black. That's right, cocksucker. Chicago in the house. We're gonna talk about the celebration. One went down last night. How many people got beat up? How many people got dragged by the fucking feet, Chicago? But most importantly, how much beer they sold, you dirty cocksuckers. I'll check in with you guys. 10 minutes. YouTube.com/church. See whatever the fuck it is. Stay black.
This show is brought to you by Hello Tushy. The days are back. The Church of What's Happening Now is proud to introduce you to Hello Tushy. HelloTushy.com makes portable devices that spray your butt clean with water. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's like a power washer. It's the most amazing thing I've had in my bathroom. I would give up my shower before I gave up my Hello Tushy.
You can wash your feet,
You
your
can do
asshole, your dick hole, and you're back in action. You get a little water running through your face. And there you are, like a fucking savage. You know what I'm saying? So forget about living in a hotel no more. We're down to HelloTushy.com. Washes your muffler, your scrotum, your helmet, the back of your thighs, just in case you got some monkey grease back there, or you left some Vaseline from 2 weeks ago. And that's it. Go to HelloTushy.com. What do they get, Lee?
If you go to HelloTushy.com and enter promo code CHURCH, you're going to get 10% off of your order. Honestly, get it for your friends, get it for your family.
It's the fucking holidays.
Every bathroom in your house.
Nobody has a fucking bidet, but everybody needs it. It's like a tie. It's like handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Nobody needs them. Nobody
come in handy when you need them.
But they fucking come in handy. Go to Tushy.com. What do they get, Lee?
HelloTushy.com.
HelloTushy.com. What do they get?
HelloTushy.com/church. You get 10% off.
Bam! On it. Talk to me.
If you go to Onnit.com and use code word CHURCH, you're going to get 10% off of your order of all of their amazing optimization.
Tremendous. Alpha Brain, New Mood, Shroom Tech Sport, Shroom Tech Immune. I can't tell you all the great things. You get a little older, you're feeling under the weather, you can't remember where you put your fucking car keys. Alpha Brain is for you, and they got 100% money back guarantee. Go to Onnit.com right now on the way out.
Enter promo code CHURCH to get 10% off.
Boom. Kick this fucking horse, Lee.
And then just go to CISO.com.
It was de-escalating right there. We were at a peak and then it dipped a little. Oh shit!
That type of day here at the church. Little nucleus. I heard it on Studio 54 radio on the way here. You gotta kick it up, Lee, or I want to be a depot in my life. Let's do this shit. Wow. It's gonna be that type of show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good one today. We ain't fucking around. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mix it, spank that ass. Oh shit, here it is. Here it comes. It's gonna rub up against your little muffler right now.
Delta 88.
Yeah, this is it. This is summer of fucking 84.
Yeah, breakdancing with the pledge, busting the cardboard out, breaking down boxes so you can dance on the corner and battle people. B-boys.
The weird thing is I like the beat from this jam, but the thing I like is the guys rap. Kick it, Lee. Kick it, Lee. All the way. Blow up the fucking speakers, Lee. Blow it. There you go. The church of what's happening now, cocksuckers. Kick, don't touch that control, Lee. Walk over this fucking sound. What? Come on. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. Take that coin, Luke Hopstuck. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now you're going into the darkness of the jam. Here we go. That fucking. Oh my god. No. This does not even. This does not end. I can close my eyes and take myself back to a dance floor. And you're losing. You got a gorilla biscuit in you, got a couple lines of coke and shit. Not even. You're just dancing with some hot chick and shit. She's hipping up on you. What are you wearing? You're rubbing your helmet on their fucking the side of their hip and shit. But most importantly, man, you're really fucking digging the music. Yeah. And then I went to see it live, and they blew my mind. Right here. Watch this rap. It says one line at the end. My head always blows my mind.
It's your
And I
boy
knew one
Zero.
day I would drop the nation, so I made up my mind. What ghetto fucking crazy man sells these words? Listen to this shit. Come on, motherfuckers. Light that joint up. I'm telling you right now, listen to this shit. See? Oh, shit. It don't, and you haven't heard the word nigga one time. There was respect. You understand? Listen to this shit. Oh, it has a stop. It's like David Gilmour's guitar and dog. It don't stop coming at you. Get down. Here's the kills right here. Jam on there. Then the other guy jumps in. The head fucking young goes, really? Here we go. What separates us from the rest? I'm telling you right now. He's throwing it. Superman. He's throwing Superman in the mix. What black dude shows up with Superman? This is what I'm talking about, people. In 84. Who shows up with Superman? I'm faster. Around the world without missing a beat. Too fucking good. Too good. Yeah, man. This is too fucking good. People at home are like, what the fuck is you got me listening to? Oh, listen, right. Let your shoes go. Your foot's tapping right now. This is a jam and a half, so. Disco Kryptonite. Don't stop. So I can't do wrong. Here we go, right here. Jam on there. Too much. I'm about to do a bond in the valley. Here we go. Here's the head movie. Here we go. Jam on there. How bad is this motherfucker? Cruising. I remember snorting 3 8-balls for this fucking jam. I couldn't wait for my head to blow off. Kick this fucking music. Welcome to the church of what's happening now. My main goomball, Lee Sayat, my main motherfucker, representing Chicago today from the fucking heart of Chicago. That's what he dope motherfucker with a blue hat on with his seat walking around today. Because I bet if you go to fucking Starbucks, you're going to see all the fucking fair-weathered fucking jerk-offs that don't think about dick. They just show up. They don't know nothing. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations to a fucking city that deserves it with all their fucking, just when you go there, it's a pleasure to go to that fucking city. And they even talk shit about the airport. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes it's worth the walk. Yeah. You're a fat fuck. You need to fucking walk. Walk your fucking walk.
Yeah. We got a little electric sidewalk there.
Oh my God. That electric sidewalk don't do dick for nobody. By the time you get there, ISIS will show up on the other side.
They don't tell you about that though when you book the ticket.
Jesus, that fucking walk is brutal.
You don't want electric sidewalks?
Huh?
You don't do electric sidewalks?
Look, I take everything that can help me out. When you're in a rush, I like the sidewalk. When
It feels like you're going back in time.
When you land on
That's how slow you're going.
it's all every man for himself.
Dude, I'm a chubby guy. I will sit on that electric sidewalk and not move.
Not in Chicago, you
And
man.
stewardesses will straight
They
on
will
you to get
fucking
past
straight
you.
on you right in the neck and shit with their luggage and not give a price respect. You're in Ohio, you gotta walk that fucking electric thing. It's the last walk of your life.
Jackie Joy.
And don't connect to Detroit when you gotta walk under the airport at 6 in the morning after blue lights and shit. You think you're in the Twilight Zone. People have no idea. That's why in the middle of that. That's why vampire shit.
We've seen each other a couple times on flights to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
I thought everything smells in the back. They don't even have fucking recruitment back there. Every time you go on Southwest,
That's every man for
they give
themselves.
you a drink and a fucking thing with a food. But Southwest ain't bad. They just get you there in 2 hours. Like when you get on Southwest, you know you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Like
It's like your drunk uncle. He's around.
Yeah.
He'll give you
You
a
don't
lift.
really want to take it. But I'm not driving to LAX to take some fucking virgin. Who gives a fuck?
No, Southwest is okay. The terrible one is Spirit. I almost looked into flying that in a couple weeks. I couldn't do it.
Frontier. They don't even, the insurance company just hangs up on you. They call because they know it's a loser.
You see everyone in Spirit and Frontier in their seats with floaties on, just in case
So,
it fucking
floaties,
goes down.
they got rosary beads in their fucking heads and shit. It's like, you know, you don't even want a Frontier lost my luggage. They found it 2 countries away. You know, what I said, dude, just leave it there. There was nothing there. I went on Frontier, that was horrible. There were plenty of times. It was one of the worst flying experiences of my life. First thing I landed with them, they got a big electric sidewalk. That's another airport. I want to connect. Where else? Spirit is the southwest of the south, I guess.
Okay.
So what you do is you gotta go from Atlanta to Orlando, Atlanta to Chicago, then out there, they got XM radio, disco classics, whatever the fuck you're into, rock classics. Like I said, listen, the whole experience of flying has really changed in this country in the last 20 years. I look at it as a part of the
People take their
business.
fucking shoes and socks off and put them on people's chairs or on the armrests. They put their bare fucking hoofs on. It's unbelievable. Can you
I
imagine
just look up
what
what
planet you gotta live on to put your foot that close to them? Like unwelcome. I mean, that is.
if you put your feet next to me, I gotta say something. It's gonna be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know, in those middle aisles, that's what immigration goes all the time. Those people who don't fly a lot and they act.
It's
horrible. Listen, when I see a guy with his feet out, I say 2 prayers. Wait for the plane to go down, and then I retract it. And I say, I hope he gets diabetes in his feet, those sticky fingers and shit. Not working. You can't. I'm not talking about flying in that way. It's even on the other aspect, how they treat the consumer.
Yeah.
They really don't give a fuck. They don't give you updates when you're there. You don't know what misery is till you're stuck at that point. But for you people right now, listen to me. I know. It might be the last time you see grandma. Listen to me. 10 more days ain't gonna kill grandma, okay? You get a plane ticket on January 4th, you're looking like a doctor. You come back, there's no lines, you got no fucking drama. Everybody wants to fly in Christmas. Every time I tell you right now, you want to fly in Christmas time. And I'm not talking to the people who leave on the night. They're kind of intelligent. There's some people who leave on the night, make 3 weeks of the trip. Not everybody's in that financial game. You can take off fucking 3 weeks.
Then you just gotta take down a good score wherever you're going.
Yeah.
You gotta make moves where you're going to make up for the week you had to lose from.
Call me up, I'll hook you up with fucking 22 pounds of edibles. By the time you get there, even if you don't get high, your whole fucking family will be high.
Every time we travel, you say I have to Google something.
Oh,
We'll get there.
the last time I had him going to the airport. The last time when I started here, I gave an edible and that nice after we got out to the area. Listen to all this. A dude could have been going to fucking Texas. Listen, guys, let me get the airport.
What's that, Glenn?
On the way down, I'm broke. He dropped me off on the road. He dropped off the street. He started the question.
Well, first of
One
all,
thing you need is 30 fucking lives.
it didn't start at 30 large. It started at like 10. And every time we
That's
start,
a good number.
yeah, it's a good number, but not for federal prison.
And it tends around that.
You think I would fucking do anything for you to keep you in a federal prison?
Yeah,
The fucking business, if you move something, it's because it's taken care of from A to fucking Z.
Can I just say something here on your behalf?
Yeah.
Do you think, let's hypothetically say you got caught,
Right, yes.
and you go to federal prison, and you get brutally fucking raped in the shower?
He ain't gonna get raped.
No, but just hypothetically.
He's gonna go on a mission next month.
Hypothetically. No, I know, but
And got a lot of edibles right now.
But see how nervous and nerve-wracking that would be? But what happened when you got to your bunk and there's a little card from Uncle Joe?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, thinking
Because
about
of the
you.
day waiting for you at home. You know what I'm saying?
HelloTissue.com.
HelloTissue.com. Listen to me, man. I would.
10 is a great number. That's a hot rock for a move.
Even when I was doing that flight shit, I knew I had it covered 100%. Because the most important coverage you need is in your mind. You know that?
Maybe Seneca.
You know, people always say, well, you fly one week. No. But if I did, this time I have a bag. And listen, last time somebody gave me wax in New York, Caroline, whatever it was, Gotham. I performed with Gotham next year. So I was in Gotham and somebody gave me a wax bag with a fucking chunk of wax. And I had my t-shirts, my buddy sent me a t-shirt. I brought the little bag, I got flew lucky back. I was in Vegas for 2 days, or Phoenix, really small 2-night gigs.
This is the move merch.
This was old merch. This was a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. And some guy put it in, and I took it and put it in the side zipper. The only times I flew with that little fucking bag,
You just forgot
I
about it.
forgot it was in there.
Yeah.
Do you have any fucking idea how many times? Like, it was like a year later. I went in there and I go, holy shit. I've been flying for a year with a controlled substance. You get caught in an airport with weed, that's one thing. These fucking idiots that fly with vapor pens and waxes and shit, that's a controlled substance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they want to be
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
evil scumbags
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go in your luggage and they're going to find 3 more of those tubes. And that's 2 years apiece. You know, you have to get an attorney and blah, blah, blah.
That's mandatory sentencing? Round-ish?
You never know.
Yeah, it depends on what mood
You
you're in.
never fucking know.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. Fuck. You never know what they're fucking thinking. That's why I'm
What the
real
fuck is
careful.
wax? I've been out of the game for a minute.
Wax is this fucking
Like
thing
hash?
they make, and you have to get a nail made out of metal and small.
Oh, I think I
It's
see
too
that.
much
Heats it
drama
up,
for me.
right?
Yeah, it's too much drama for me. I'm too old.
Yeah.
My wife can't have a blowtorch in the house. I can't have a blowtorch to get high. It don't mean that fucking much to me, okay? I take 2 hits off a bottle, I'm fine. Everybody's happy, you know. That's it. I'm goody.
Why do you gotta complicate shit?
Yeah, you gotta
Fucking-
It's always complicated. We live in a society, like I finally put together. We don't complicate things for ourselves. I went trick or treat. And the kings of complication are Gentiles. Nobody loves complications more than Gentiles. Now you gotta understand this story. I live on Colfax, okay, between Chandler and deeper down there, whatever the fuck it is. And my neighbor, there's a bunch of kids, and there was houses. We didn't have to walk into Colfax. We'd meet, and the kids knock on the door. My little daughter sees him and goes, Daddy, I'm following the kids. I mean, that little bitch ran out of the fucking house. I'm chasing her down the street with my cowboy suit on. And she's a little girl. She doesn't know what she wants to do with the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
There's 15 kids.
Yeah,
Couple
trick or treat,
parents.
yeah.
And I could tell by each look of these parents, they're all mumbled up. You know, 2 of them in outfits. They were nice. The English women were nice. But the people who were just from the neighborhood, the white people that had walking their dogs at the same time, tripping the kids. You know, it's always got to be something.
Yeah.
This is about kids, not the fucking dogs. Take the dog somewhere else.
Yeah.
So now we walk down and they're like, so what's our move? And then here these 6 parents, you know, who actually live in the area. We get 50 yards from Colfax. Now my thinking is there's a driveway right above Colfax, just to the left, and go on to the next block, and just zigzag the block this way. And eliminate Colfax, yeah, all together.
Busy street.
Especially it's 5:30. Well,
Yeah, rush hour on a busy street.
no, they couldn't. So we finally convinced them to go down Colfax 1 block and make the left and go deep into the neighborhood. So by the next time, I'm trying to tire out my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tire her out. She's been at school all day, Halloween and this shit. In my mind, this trick or treat walk is to tire her out. I get to burn some calories. Yeah, so we walk maybe 2 blocks. An hour later. Now it's pitch dark. Guess what they want to do? One of the moms says, I just got a call. One of my girlfriends, and there's a huge neighborhood with kids are trick or treating. It's all gone. Best looking, whatever.
She says it out loud, so all the kids hear it, right?
Right. And she goes,
That's fucking party foul number
and they're
1.
like, so where is this place? And she's like, it's across Colfax, all the way down by Marie ETC, and it's 7 o'clock, 7:30. I'm like, I look at my daughter, I look at my wife, this is when people get hit by cars and say, you don't know what happened. These are the type of events that if you're not paying strict attention, something happens to somebody's child, and you're a witness to it, and you know what the fuck. But in my mind, these people did not stop when they were on Colfax with these kids. Then they wanted to stop traffic, doing that shit. I mean, listen,
My kids are special. Everyone should
I'm
stop.
not saying that this guy is drinking. He don't drive past something and go, ooh. I just missed that by an inch.
Yeah.
Because that's why your mind doesn't want to see it. It's Halloween. Maybe eat a pot cookie at 6 o'clock. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. But that means you got to walk across Colfax and then walk.
And you have some dingbat parent who thinks putting their hand out
No,
is going to stop the fucking
The
car.
first time we did, the cars just drove right past. And the kids are 3 feet from us. And I looked at my wife and I went, you know what? These are people who love to complicate things. They can't sleep at night until something, for their friends, to impress somebody. There's 22 fucking blocks of walking. We could have walked 22 blocks and not seen go. But they weren't content. And that's why sometimes when I read stuff or see stuff on TV, I'm not in shock anymore. Now, here's what really burns me up in this situation. Excuse me. I got back in the 7th grade. I dropped out of high school. I'm just a half a fucking mutt. These people, all college educated, all walk around like they're Socrates. That's what really kills me. But when it comes to simple life decisions, they're the dumbest fucking people.
They pay $250,000 to get dumber.
And then they move into a certain area and they dummy up to that area, and they don't even see the fastball coming down the fucking line. That's when I would walk on my door, my wife would say, "Why are you quiet?" And I told her later, I go, "It baffles me. I'm a street fucking urchin. And I have more common sense than these fucking parents ever would have in their fucking lives." Then they wonder, this doesn't end until one of these kids ends in a morgue or something like that. Then they sit there and go, "What did I do wrong?" You're retarded. You're retarded. I mean, you just have to. It's just.
And the kids are going to grow up to be like the parents. Like, you ever when you drop your daughter off at school, the parents are out of their fucking minds, cutting everybody, swearing, veering in. How do you think those fucking kids are going to grow up to be?
I just drove by a school on Sunset that they had to little put cones and stuff in the middle of the road because people were just dropping their kids off at Sunset. You cannot drop or pick up your kids on Sunset Boulevard, and they had to literally put a sign and cones. Really?
They don't give a shit. So entitled, so fucking douchey.
It's really something weird to fucking see. The reason why I wanted to get on the podcast is we had a conversation maybe 6 weeks ago, and it was one of those conversations where you get off the phone with someone and you go, "That was fucked up." That was a fucked up conversation. I mean, I wasn't angry at you. I just learned something. Like, I had a conversation with you, make about your podcast and what's going on in your life, and you told me, "You know what, I'm just shutting the lights on everything. I made a decision. I just did my last podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
I wrapped up the office, took the car, I got the phone, and this is a guy that's doing great with the podcast. It's at the peak time to pull the ship out."
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
So, my schedule, So I'll give you a snapshot of what my life was. I was getting up at about between 5:30 and 6 a.m. and I was going to bed between midnight and 1 a.m. every day, 7 days a week. So I was working on a show for Fox, which is going to premiere in March of 2017 called Shots Fired. Amazing show. The most elevated storytelling I've ever been a part of in my life, right? So I'm challenged in that area. I got this great podcast going on. I'm doing that once a week, drops Monday. Was having a little hard time getting the caliber of guests that I wanted, right? And so I was like, do I just miss a couple? And then if I miss a couple, I'd see the numbers go down. And I'm like, this has to be, I'm preaching hustling on the podcast. That's what my podcast is about. Being passionate about your life and hustling, right? So I don't want to give anybody a subpar product. So I'm like, all right. And a guy says to me, I've been sober for 14 and a half years, married, 2 kids, sober in an anonymous program that part of the deal is you don't say the name, but a lot of that took a lot of my time, and that's a spiritual program where you got to lean into God a little bit. I was raised Catholic. I don't necessarily jive with that anymore, so I don't know who or what God is, but I believe that there is a God, and I just throw my spirit to that without the risk of sounding fucking cheesy, to that every day. When I get up, hey God, whoever you are, whatever you do, give me the strength and the courage to be the best man I can be in every area of my life. That's the general way, right? So a guy who I work with says, man, you just broke down your schedule. I'm only giving you a snapshot. I'm also going up and I'm doing stand-up 3 to 5 times a week. I'm working on the show. I'm doing the podcast. I'm writing a book. I'm developing 2 shows. You and I met a couple times about some things you had going. Anybody that I truly respect.
And you're a dad.
And I'm a dad. I'm raising 2 kids. I mean, so my guy says to me this, and it really floored me. He goes, hey, that's a pretty busy schedule. And I go, yeah. He goes, where's God in there? And it was like a stick in the spokes. But I had been so intensely managing every moment of my life, trying to work it and wring success out of it, or wring happiness out of it. But I had a bit of moment of clarity, specifically with my podcast, which I've done for fun and for free for 3+ years, about how do you lead a good life? What does that mean? And I've had Academy Award winners, championship fighters on there, NBA champion coaches, gangsters, hitmen, wide gamut of people. And I just had this moment of clarity that, with the exception of my family, I'm letting everything go. I'm just going to let it go and see what happens. So I let the podcast go. I gave up my office. I'm pitching 2 things next week, 2 TV shows I'm really excited about. But outside of that actually came after I let everything go. Book no more stand-up dates, no more storytelling dates, no more public speaking dates. I do a lot of public speaking on Hustling. No acting stuff, nothing. And I just got quiet. It just got quiet, and I was left with my family and just being a fucking man and making breakfast for my wife, spending time with the kids, and I got rejuvenated. I got inspired, and I feel right now like I'm 19. Like it's not, I'm 42 now, and I should be peaking out as a writer and good as a producer, and then I'll take in the downtime, I'll book, 6 weeks on the road. That may or may not happen, but if it does, it's going to be with new zeal and new perspective and a new appreciation. I set everything down, and I'd like to make an announcement on the show, man, because your show, with your help as well, is one of the shows that put my podcast on the map by you guys being kind enough for having me. Really, you guys, the Crowd Feast and Bert Kreischer's podcast, and Jay Moore, those 4 really drove people to my show. But I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be starting my podcast up again.
Oh, are you?
And I've not released that at all.
Were you bored without the podcast?
Bored without it? I'll tell you, I got, by letting everything go, I wanted to see what came back and what not grading my success or who I am based on how I'm received by others, but the impact that podcast was having, I think I underestimated it by how many people were profoundly impacted by it, by the emails that I got when I said, hey, guys, I'm setting this down for a while. I got emails from all over the world that were stunning. And I don't think I could, after reading all of those, not do the podcast. I think I have to. Because if the whole point was to set everything down and see what comes back, no comedy club called me and said, hey, we'd like you, come do a week in, Tucson. That didn't happen. Who called were the networks. Hey, what shows are you thinking about developing? Theaters called and said, hey, we would like you to do an hour because, I do these storytelling things where I just come out and what I learned letting all of this stuff go was I've done stand-up on NBC, HBO, I've done the Montreal, I've done Chicago comedy festivals. It never felt right to me. And I performed at all the best clubs in the country. I've performed at a lot of them. I'm a storyteller, just like you. I need to tell stories. I like telling them in theaters. And I've been trying to jam it down a comedy club's throat. And I don't think it's fair to that audience, and I don't think it's fair to me. And I learned that by setting it all down. So I did a gig up in San Francisco right before I let everything go. 100-seat black box theater, jammed it, sold it out. Beautiful night, did an hour. Great stories. Some were sad, some were funny, some were heartbreaking, but it was an experience. And it wasn't like be funny every 3 fucking, every 2. No. And it's not my jam now. So I think, not to say I'm better than stand-up, but I've let that go. And I did it for 20 years.
When you tell the story, what people understand is when you tell a story, the humor will come out of the story.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Yeah.
If you have to sit down and add those tags, I could see it while you're telling me the story.
Yeah.
That you added this to the fucking story in a fucked up way to describe something. I love a story when it's just from the heart. And the humor will find itself in that fucking story.
Exactly. And I think everyone, like a comedian, when we go I played clubs for 20 years, right? And I've just set that down. Invariably, there will always be someone who comes up and goes, I think I'm funny, I could do this. And that's great. You can tell them, start open mics, whatever. I think people feel the same way about storytelling. I could tell a good story, and maybe you can, but can you captivate it? You're a great storyteller. There's really like 20 of us out. It's not there's a lot of comedians, but there's not a lot of people that are like, I tell stories. And they're like, well, what's that going to be like? Come fucking see me. Come see me. Sit down for an hour. Let me grab you. And then an hour later, if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. But we're not fucking around. We've lived a life. Now I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you an hour snapshot of a life that I've lived that would have killed you 40 times over. And I'm going to talk about what it's like being on the other side of that and really give you something that has depth and weight and humor. And I only learned that by letting all this stuff go. It was profound, man. It's been 3 months. Imagine I have that schedule and I go to 3 months of radio silence. And it's been the most beautiful, invigorating thing.
Listen, guys, you need that.
Yeah.
We've been fucking banging it for years. And it's nice to take a break. You know, here's the thing that I deal with a lot of podcast people. A lot of podcast people get emails and questions. And I think that a podcast is like stand-up. Just do it. Just do it. And the more you do it, it takes you somewhere. And when your show feed will come out.
Yeah.
And then eventually, you know, I had a friend that contacted me recently because I've been doing my podcast for a year and a half and nobody's coming to my comedy show. If that's why you did the podcast, then shame on you.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
Shame.
Yeah, it's an hour advertisement for your shows.
I want
There's
you
no
to do
value.
a podcast because you can spill your heart out there. Talk about your views on what's going on in a funny way or in a sad way or in a depressing way.
A real way.
And let in a real way. And
Yeah.
let the don't go with the status quo and just chime in to their fucking to fuel that. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. A real one. You come on there, your friends come in, people that know you and tell different stories because they really want to get to know you. Before they can get to know your point of view, you need to know you. This is a lot of fucking work. But I like the people that get into it and think, I'm just going to talk shit for an hour. This guy's just talk shit for an hour. Well, shame on you.
Yeah.
It's like everything else that you try to do. Like, there's always a motive. There shouldn't be a motive. There shouldn't be a fucking motive, man. And I got to tell you, in stand-up, in the 25 years, I maybe have like 5 motives. If you really know anything about me, there's always a fucking motive. There's always a motive. But it's, you know, like, oh my God, I didn't know Tarantino was going to be here. What a surprise. You know, that type of shit. Where a lot of comics are creepy like that. I've only been creepy like that like 4 or 5 fucking times. I won't let myself. You know, everybody has an
angle. They're all working an angle.
Yeah, working an angle. Everybody has smoke and mirrors. Well, my podcast, I'm going to have dancers in the room. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have in the room if your soul's not in the fucking room, you know. But I applaud what you did because, listen, man, it's very tough for people to take an honest look at themselves.
That's what I did. Yeah, that sums it up.
Nothing gets my dick harder when people look at me and go, da, 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 da. Again, we always have people. I'm older, so people call me up. I had a girl call me about 18 months ago. Not a bad-looking girl. I think she's beautiful, you know, the way I look at her. There's no sexual advancements there. She's been banging out with comedy, you know, and she left a good job and everything to come out here, and, you know, the pieces aren't falling for her fast enough.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And I go, you know, what do you want to do now? Don't get me on the other side of the coin. She's funny, she's attractive, but she's not hilarious. And she doesn't have a hook.
And comedy's back. Comedy's back. So you're competing with everyone that's been in the game for 20 years that can go out and murder. And you got to be loud. And that scene now, you got to be loud. You have to resonate somehow, some way.
So I said, you know, and she asked me, plant out, am I funny? She goes, if I don't think I'm funny anymore, I'm going to pack up and move to Milwaukee or where the fuck she's from. I said to her, I go, would be right for me to tell you whether you're funny or not. That's not my business at all. I'm looking at the other side of the coin. I know that you're out 5 nights a week. I know that you're writing no material. I know that you're hustling. You know, she's on the fucking sending packages to managers and agents.
Yeah.
And this is it. This is. I can't help you with anything like that. This is part of the game. You have to put your dress on, do your hair, put a ribbon in your hair, and try to figure out what managers are involved in, like big buildings and shit that won't let you in. And you just go. And if they don't let you in, drop it off them. You're there.
Yeah.
At least they'll see it and they'll open it up. It's different. You got to be different. That's the main thing, you know.
So, Mick, when did you start telling stories? Because I didn't know you did comedy for 20 years. Like, did you start?
That sums up my fucking comedy career.
Well, I've known you since you've been here in LA.
Yeah.
Well, since I've been here.
No, I mean, when I would do stand up on TV, they'd say, "Are you at 4.5 minutes?" And I go, "What the fuck can I do in 4.5 minutes?" And I feel so awful because I couldn't serve that opportunity. You know, like someone was nice enough to go, "We like what you do. Will you do it on TV?" And I thought, that's when I really started to know I tell stories. Like that's what I do. So when I would headline a show, if I'm doing 45 or 50, I would have an arc to like Pryor's early work, or Bogosian, or Whoopi Goldberg's first special, where she's telling stories but doing characters in and out of it. Louisiana's first special. So it was like a hybrid of a one-person show and stand-up. But what I started to see that I enjoyed most out of all of that was the narrative, as opposed to just banging on the laughs. And the people that stuck with a 15-minute story, if I'm in a stand-up environment, if I'm doing a 15-minute setup, then subconsciously the payoff has to be magnanimous to a 15-minute setup. But if you're seeing me in a theatrical environment and I'm doing a story, I can get the same payoff because the audience is listening to the story in a different way. It's weird. If someone comes out and goes, "Now here is stand-up," some switch goes off in the brain where they're expecting to hear the cadence of stand-up. But if you say, here comes a storyteller, this person will tell you stories for an hour, it's going to be new to a lot of people, right? Because they're like, how's that? I haven't even experienced it. I know what the moth is. I've heard stories for 5 minutes or for 10 minutes. How's that going to work? And I go on and I'll do stories for 45 minutes or an hour with twists and turns and an actual art. It's an actual experience. It has something, it opens with me looking at my kids and wondering whether or not I'm going to give them the full story about who I am and the stock that they come from. When can I be honest with them about that? And then I go through my experiences, and then it ends at my daughter's 8th grade birthday party, where she asked me the very simple question, have you ever done drugs?
Yeah, it's not going to work when you sell them drinks on Friday to Saturday night.
Yeah, so it's a different mechanics. It's a whole different thing. So I didn't, in the I think really answer the question that you had was this. When I was on Shots Fired, it was Gina Prince Bythewood and Reggie Rock Bythewood. They created the show. They were committed to the best. They wanted the best out of everybody, but they did it in a very motivating and encouraging way. But they're like, everything else can happen down here. We don't give a shit. We work up here. Because we're smarter than everybody, but we have a very clear vision of what we want to do, how we want to execute it, and what we expect out of everybody. It's the first time in my career as a writer that I've been around the best who consistently do the best. And it made me ask the question, if I'm doing all of these things from 6 in the morning to 1 in the morning, what is my best? Does my best even exist in there? How can it exist if I'm multitasking all of these things? And what would it look like to experience my own personal best? And what is and in what area? And it was too confusing. And that also motivated me to go, I got to let all of this go to see what comes back. And then individually, one thing at a time, commit 110% with the risk of failing, with the risk of going, wow, I shouldn't be doing this. Wow, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. And really to the thing that I dedicated 3.5 years of my podcast of like hustling and doing your best. I don't feel like I was doing it. So I had to let it all
law
go.
of diminishing returns?
Yeah.
Okay, so law of diminishing returns. You got too many fucking hands and too many.
Yeah.
So I do 2 podcasts a week and I go on the fucking road.
But they're all in the same universe, though. Those all feed
right,
us in
you're
there.
a parent,
Yeah.
And when you go on stage,
What's up? Can you hear me?
You can tell stories. Because I make a living on telling stories.
Exactly. That's why I said you're the exception.
But you have to throw excitement.
Exactly.
You have to throw.
Yo, can
excitement.
anybody hear me?
Nobody wants to hear about their fucking kids.
Rise Omega, can you hear me?
Very lightly the people are going to fucking hear about. Because somebody else I know is having a problem with this. He was like, I'm trying to tell a story, and then I'm taking the ride. And I thought about it in the car, and I thought about it. Like,
What up, Leroy? Can you hear me?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Leroy.
Okay, so I've been drinking, snorting, blow.
No, Leroy.
What fucking Hillary's going to do, and what this asshole's going to do. And then you can tell a story that reflects about everything that's going on.
Yeah.
See, that's what works.
Yeah, we perform it. We know how to
Yeah,
perform.
we know how to
And
perform.
I was having a great. Clubs were like, whenever you want to come back. I was dissatisfied. They were like, this is great. People are coming out to see you. And I was like, this isn't working for me. I think there's something better, and I have to. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm committing to see if that's right. If I can perform it that way in an environment where there are no drugs. I mean, a lot of my audience is sober too. Former savages, that are just raising kids that used to be lunatics that are out trying to lead the best life possible that they can. I mean, when I played Chicago, man, we sold the shit out of that. It was fucking great. There's a great little theater. Shout out to the WIP Theater in Edison Park on Northwest Highway. Those guys have always been very kind to me. They actually just got their liquor license, but it was a little theater environment, and the premise of this hour I just spent the last year and a half working on the hour is that being an adult is the most fraudulent thing I've ever been a part of. That's the premise of the whole fucking my new album. It's just you think when you're a kid and you grow up, adults are gonna have all the answer. Nobody knows a fucking thing. Everybody's looking at each other like, do you know? Do you know? Nobody knows nothing. We're raising fucking kids.
I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing.
Yeah, everybody I knew did drugs, stole shit, fought, and fucking now they're telling you gotta do your homework. I gotta look my son in his eye and go, you gotta fucking study. Who the fuck am I to say that? That's all fraudulent. And the feeling of fucking shame and compromise I got going, well, maybe he's gonna hopefully have a totally different life than I thought and not have to experience any of that shit. I don't know, but I had to take him to the fucking graveyard and tell him his grandmother was a bisexual, bank robbing fucking prostitute. So, sometimes life's complicated.
It's not. I live in a sham too. But
you got to do what you got to do.
You make your fucking. I pay my debts in society.
Yeah.
I move on when she gets to be old enough. I sit her down, tell her
exactly
my own words.
Yes.
I'm not proud of it, but I am. And
that's the complication that I'm interested in, Joe. That little thing that you just said, the bridge from those two situations of now and when you have to have that conversation, to me, is fascinating.
I don't worry about it. I don't feel guilty about it. I do the best I can, and I did something with my life. So
yeah.
It's like everybody else. You should be 20s and for you to fuck up. I fucked up. And I fucked up some of them in the 30s. And I tell you what, I fucked up 2 or 3 years in my 40s. So, but we cleaned that shit up. I was just, I've always been amazed when people walk away with something and put it into more of a micro thing, You not like doing this theater. Listen, storytelling isn't it. There's a big business behind it. There's a big business behind it. As you see, we as comedians, we now have a storytelling show on one of the Comedy Centrals.
Our show, yeah.
Does that mean that's the state? No, somebody's going to come up with a better one and put it on HBO or, it's out there. Will the rooms start popping up for storytelling? Fuck yeah, I know there's one. The girl that was on here.
Right.
Yeah, the girl. Susanna Lee. Monday nights, and she packs them in down there. Yeah. They change themes, She has a back room. What's the name of that place? On Vine, next to the Pacquiao trains. There's the 3 clubs.
3 clubs, yeah.
That's
a nice venue.
Yeah, they do shit now. Storytelling's back. Everybody, I love it. Yeah. I love to go down there and feel free, and that's what I think freed my comedy. The first time I started telling stories in '99 in the belly room, I was a different monster because you're not going for the laugh.
Yeah.
And that teaches you a different aspect of the game. It teaches you a little more control. It takes away that cheesy comedy feeling.
Yes.
You have to deliver a joke every 3 minutes and take your shirt off and giggle.
Yeah.
It took that away from me. It really did. It was like, oh my God, there's another aspect.
Yes.
Now how to make it grow is the full patrol. Now here we are, fucking 16 years later. There's a storyteller show on. I put out 5 albums of just stories, testicle testaments, I mean,
just for the priest, that was
No, that was a CD, the comedy. But this is I put out $2 storytelling CDs. And I talked about the kidnapping. I talked about just doing coke. They were like 2 hours, weren't they? We would fucking go for hours. We would go for fucking hours, edit them. And I really believe in that job. I really believe. I think that the next 2 or 3 years, I know HBO will come up with something because they'll get celebrities, they'll get fucking Ray Liotta talking about his time on Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I mean, for me to pitch a show would be like a TV show. I would pitch it about situations. I would get the 3 guys from the Munsters to tell us a half-hour Munster story.
The mob does that. It's a theme. You show up, they they do a great job.
I would have, what's the guy that's on Blue Bloods now? Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
To go on with the black guy and the other dude talk about Mac and PI, whatever that.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many avenues for this. You can do this with musicians.
Yeah.
Get 3 band leaders together. Get Def Leppard, talk about the 81 tour with Motley Crue, whatever the fuck, whatever the one,
Yeah.
with AC/DC, Judas Priest. There's so many different fucking venues. I would love, I read the one Aerosmith book, and I was always baffled on why they didn't do more books like that, or that didn't become a TV show. And it's basically Steven Tyler tells a story about the situation, Joe Perry Wood, Brad Woodford Wood, and it's amazing drugs. What drugs does to your mind about memories. And also, each of them also took a particular event from all of them. So something like that, just have a moderator, Eddie Trunk come on and go, tonight we're going to talk about the album Rocks by Aerosmith. And these 5 just tell stories about that fucking album.
Yeah.
There's hours of countless in this shit. We love stories as Americans.
We do, and I think when I was 19, I might have fucking told you this story already. When I was 19, this guy goes, I got a last-minute scholarship to college, and part of the deal was teaching in between. Hold on one second. Can't relapse on your podcast. They said, we're going to have this guy tell a story. I'm 19. I'd never heard of a storyteller before. I mean, I knew what stories were, but like a guy who called himself a storyteller? What the fuck? Who does that? This old guy's like 60, ambles out. He's old then, not so old now. And he goes, hey, my name's, I think his name, I know his first name was Joe. I think it might have been Joe Liebman or Joe Lieberman. He goes, I'm a storyteller. And I'm like, what? I'm 19. I know everything. And he goes, I'm going to tell you the story. It's a room full of 19-year-olds. He goes, I'm going to tell you the story of the Telltale Heart. And I go, fucking Edgar Allan Poe thing? He goes, yeah. I go, you can read it out of a book. He goes, will you sit down and I'm going to tell you the story. So I go, okay. And I'm looking around and we're like, what the fuck is this guy going to do? He starts telling the story. The whole thing, the guy's got the body, the detectives are there at the kitchen table. He's got the body buried under the floor. He's freaking out. He thinks they know him. Fucking hear the heart beating. And then finally, he just screams at the cops at the end, I did it, right? When he screams, everyone, including me, jumped. And I thought, this fucking guy, how did he get me? How the fuck did this guy get me? So he goes, all right, next class is coming in. And so we're all leaving, and I go, are you going to tell the next class the same story? He goes, yeah. I go, can I stay? And he goes, absolutely. So this time, I watched the audience as he tells the story. And everyone, arms crossed, legs crossed, pouting, guys elbowing their friends, this fucking jackass, right? And then the arms uncrossed, the legs uncrossed, the posture starts to slouch. Then they're leaning in, fucking hands on their faces, rapt attention, anxiety. They couldn't fucking believe it. He screamed again. Everyone fucking jumped. He got him back to back. Story was about 20 minutes long. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was a pivotal moment of my life. It's you, like, when did I know? When did I watched the guy do it. It's the difference between Steven Tyler coming and telling a story and a professional. It's the guy that can make people at work laugh and the comedian. Like, to be a real legit storyteller, I'd study preachers, pimps, cops, and Marines for command presence, theater, Second City, acting classes, voice classes, all of that stuff, the nuance, watch the greats, how to create a narrative that blasts right through you, grabs you by the fucking heart, and drags you towards you. That's what I want to do. That's the best that I'm searching for. We got some North Hollywood shit going on the corner.
Fuck yeah.
It's interesting because you guys were talking about podcasts earlier, and I firmly believe that, similar to something that we've talked about with comedy before, is that there's going to be different kinds of podcasts. There's going to be podcasts of stories, there's podcasts of improv, and it's something similar what you're going through. Like, everyone, like, there's all comedy and this and that comedy, but you have 20 years of experience telling, keeping people's interest. So now that you're going to maybe not only funny stories, you're still going to be years ahead of, like, an author who wants to read their book.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm trying to fold that in and see what that looks like. And the first because I just finished a book, right? So October 1st, I handed in my memoir, right? Took me longer than I care to write, but I had all those other things going on, and now I'm in the process of rewriting that. That's all I'm doing. I have 2 pitches. If those go, that'll be great, but all I'm focusing on is this memoir. So I'm taking all the 20 years of stand-up, acting gigs, improv stuff, all of it. And hopefully this book gets published in 2017, and then I tour the book in theaters, and I would perform the stories that are in the fucking book. You could come see them live. You walk out into the lobby, you can get a copy, take a picture with you, get the book, discounted at the shows. I'm going to do all of it. I'm working with the editor and the agent right now. She actually just emailed me. The first round of notes are coming out on the 21st. She's going to mail them to Chicago. I'm in Chicago the 19th through the 29th. And that's it. That's all I'm focusing on is this fucking book to make the best that I can, my personal best, this book, put it out and tour that book.
Now, will it be in stores? Are you planning on e-booking it? What is your strategy?
She's fairly confident. I have a literary agent in New York that read the first draft. She's like, I'm in. She used to be an editor. We're going to do the book in thirds. So the notes on the first third are coming out the 21st. It'll probably take me about a month to turn around. So 3 months from now, early 2017, should have a draft ready to send out to publishers and set up. And then whatever their time frame is, but she's very confident that she can set it up somewhere. She's happy with the way that it was written. And I would love, that's a dream come true, man, to walk into a bookstore
and see your book on the
I mean, are you fucking that? To me, if I'm being totally fucking honest, if I let all this go, of what I really, really want since I was a kid was to write, right? I've always been writing. And I love, sometimes I get to perform what I wrote. Other times, people just get to read it. I send it out. But that, to me, has been the dream to be a published author since I was fucking 3rd grade, writing stories. We used to be a great hustle, me and this kid, Mike Kona. We would get copy paper from the office at the school, and we would do comic books and write, but include the kids in the school and the teachers. We'd sell them for $0.25. But because we included them, we sold more because they wanted to see what they were up to that week. It was a great fucking idea.
It's a great fucking idea. More kids should be doing that now in school. That's the way to get fucking real writing and fucking experience. Now, I believe you got to shut a door before another one opens. And a lot of people don't believe that concept, you know. Listen, man, as fucked up as this sounds, I have an out to stand up there. You know, I have an out when I want to really start being around my child.
Absolutely.
Now I can do what I want. I got 2 years to. She has to be in the 1st grade, but I have 2 years to make a decision. I would still continue to do the podcast. I'd still continue to write. I try to get myself like a magazine job, maybe write articles or something. I really don't give a fuck. It's just that the stand-up game for me takes a lot of my fucking time. But this is the game I chose.
Yeah.
And this is the level I've gotten to. How, I don't have no fucking idea. It just, I kept working on it and believing in it. And I'm going to play this hand out, but it doesn't help. You know, I'd love to be John Rickles at 90.
Came from Candy Club.
Yeah, to a Candy Club, you know, but I need a fucking out. There's got to be an out to make me happy. I've always had a dream of living in a fucking regular little redneck community, and then you get a fucking job at a truck store with good old boys. And if I sell 4 trucks a month, I make my nut, you know. I don't need to kill myself. You know, there was a time when I understood the value of killing yourself for what you believe in, your home and stuff. I don't believe in that value anymore. I don't have it. I've switched into more of a family type thing, you know, where I'd rather take that energy and spend it with my family. My firm belief when I got married was that the man went out and worked fucking 14-hour days. I was putting with money. We had all this. It was quite a household and shit like that. You did that till I tell you when to do that, because I could see myself doing that as a young married guy, and that's why that relationship didn't work. That on top of a lot of other things. But now, when it's time to work for me, it's time to work. Thursday morning comes along, fuck you and the horse you rode up on.
Yeah.
I'm on a fucking plane, this is what I enjoy. And the way out, my wife was at the house, the car, you know, my wife doesn't have to work, which means more in the world to me than anything. Especially at this time right now, where the baby's at.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a child, my wife would be working more than fucking me. I whip that mule because them bitches can work, child. You know, But no. And I tell her all the time, I just had an interesting thing. When I first moved up here, my wife, when you have a child, you obtain different friends. And they're out of their fucking mind up here. You know what I'm saying? The friends you meet in this area here with parents are totally out of their mind. You became friends with them, chit-chatted, for dinner with the children played. She's very nice. He's really cool. He's one of us. She's very nice, but I don't think she knows how crazy this white boy is. I mean, he's out of his fucking mind. He came to one of my shows in New York, hooked up with my buddies, and they disappeared for an hour. They went to get a package. I'm like, he does packages. I thought this guy was the nicest white dude in America. Anyway, he's an actor, like a theater actor, and small roles, and a lot of voiceovers. He's part of that voiceover community. So we were talking one day, like after we knew him for 2 years, and all of a sudden, like, did we tell you we're moving back to New York? And they're like, yeah, we're moving back to New York. The careers for him are better in New York. And I'm listening to all this, and I'm looking at their lives. Here, they're at the park every day. She flies on the weekends. She's a photographer. Like a well-known wedding photographer, like Luke.
Oh, there's a lot of money.
Yeah, like Luke. Like, you want to go to Hawaii, like, they don't even give a fuck, but she goes in her number. She does 2 of those a month, and they can live like doctors. And now, we just got to know they're coming back. And I'm like, my wife is like, what do you think about that? I go, do you think I'm fucking surprised? Do you think I'm fucking surprised? I'm fucking New York. When you look at me, you're like, that dude's from New York. I can't look like any New York, Israel, or some gorilla farm. Fucking let them on the loose. When you look at me, there's only 3 places I can fucking be from, okay? I love New York City. Am I lonely to hang out with my fucking friends at night? Fuck yeah. By now, it's legally got shot twice. Twice. We got shot once in the shoulder, one in the leg, one for ordering something to have at a restaurant. My buddies don't accept that shit. We don't order shitty food at restaurants. And 2 for asking for ranch.
I'm asking for ranch.
Some sauce, they don't order. My buddies would have shot him in the fucking shoulder already by now. Like, don't bring this guy no more. He can't, there's a lot of things I miss about New York City. I'm lonely at times. I can walk on stand up at night.
Yeah.
I like it myself. That's a hard life compared to what I'm doing out here. We have podcasts. We don't drive in traffic. I was in Edgewater. That's where they live, Edgewater. I was in Edgewater one night. When you open your curtains at the hotel, when I opened the curtains, they were, I looked outside at 6:15. The traffic didn't move. I fucking opened my thing, rolled the joint, licked it. I was just watching the traffic. When you do like, let me roll 3 joints in the night. It's a little early, but I'm entertained by the traffic. I can't imagine living here. I told my wife I got an audition. Okay? Got an audition. I was in the city the next day. Let's pretend it was a 10 for the Uber. Yeah. So it's 18 to both ways to go over the fucking ferry, okay? That's 9 each way. Joey, could you go a little cheaper? Yeah, maybe 5 for the bus. Okay, so maybe 10. When I got to the city again, I used it. It was 20 there and another 20. It goes from CAA to the fucking ferry back. So what you're telling me is I dropped fucking 70, and that was in a nourishment or a newspaper. I lied. I got a hot dog and a fucking whatever.
And now you're a C-note out the door.
You're in New York City. You're dropping all fucking day. Yeah. I ain't saying nothing to you. Lee, am I cheap with you? Do I love you, Lee? Am I spontaneous with you? Do we give a fuck? Do we have a budget, Lee? Do we even live like that? Do we say those words? No. There's days I don't have cash for 5 fucking days. You just stupid ATM card. What are we doing? 7-Eleven? I don't do shit. There's days I go home and look at my account and go, Joey, you gotta go out there and spend something. And it's the weed store. I'll take cash advance for weed. Besides that, I went to New York and I looked at the cash I spent in 3 days in New York. And I don't do that, guys. We ate Cuban food at the one restaurant. I had Chinese food.
What was the name of the fucking Chinese Cuban place?
Trans-Dragon and all the Cuban steak joint I went to.
No, you said there was a Cuban Chinese place.
Yeah, I'll eat out. But look at this.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, trust me. He's about to show you he has the full menu on his phone.
Look at this. And Lee knows about to fuck around. Lee knows when you want to fuck around.
Here's the menu and the combo number next to it.
Don't hang out with your buddies if you want to fuck around. But look at this. And this, I show this to you because, again, I don't want you to say flop. Joey's fucking crazy, dog. He don't predict,
And while you're looking for it,
look at this. 2 Cuban sandwiches, steak. 2 Cuban steak sandwiches, a milkshake.
a milkshake. What kind of milkshake?
A papaya, Monterey. And 2 Cuban steak sandwiches, a milkshake, and 2 fucking diet sodas. $21.50, okay? You look at this and you go, out here, it's 21. Look at the Cuban steak sandwich. They cook the fries with the fucking beef. That's been there for 30 years. With some fucking hot sauce. You have no idea who you're fucking with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look at the roll, too.
Look at the roll. Look at this here. No. Look at this. Look at this shit here. This is enough. Look at this fucking. What is this? Oh, that's the steak and eggs. Fucking. An original Joe. I'll show that.
Most people post these on Instagram.
Shout out to, I just went to Los Balcones, the place I told you about, that Peruvian spot on Valle de la Plain.
Oh, right down the block. Perfect. They got a fucking, look at the Strombolis. Oh, the fucking
Strombolis. They hit them in the oven for about 5 minutes.
God.
Melt that
Right,
cheese.
I even got this motherfucking pepperoni roll. I took a bite on the long distance on Paris.
Calzone with the little
cod. The little wanted the fucking thing. I just give it up. I'm not gonna get it here, so I just live my life.
That's the rub.
It is. What's the rub?
Well, that's the rub. You're out here. You gotta, you pick your poisons out here, but you're not. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna be back home. And then you can't go back. Like I go back now, it's a different city.
It's a different city. I can't. I would go. Like I told my mom, listen, I think got a lot of bugging my ass. Came back. Told Bruce, fuck up your ass. Cost a bunch of money. Carried these cats across the fucking country in a car, shivering the whole fucking time. To move to New York, association fees, traffic.
Yeah.
I live here to avoid all that.
Yeah.
I surround my day to avoid all this shit.
We also live in a place where people shat on for many years in LA, the Valley. Oh, you live in the Valley. Now everyone's moving to the fucking
That's
Valley.
the only way to go. I got everything I need here.
It's chill.
I got everything I fucking need.
Yeah.
Bobby and Crystal down there. I'm gonna see them in Houston next week. Lee's coming down to the fucking Come and Get It Festival on the 18th. Shad Reese, Jesse Shaw, Gino Robles, David Kirkpatrick, Lee James, Amy cleans up nicely, and my main lover, Martha. How's that one for you? No, I love. I like people who I talk to. Like they start cutting the fat out of you. And people never accept it, but you have to do it for the right reasons. You have to know when to come back. And you have to know when to be honest with yourself. I figure how the fuck people when they go home and they what this acting is. And also me, I've had a great time. I'm moving back to Iowa. I'm gonna take all my dad's butchery. I'm gonna live like a human fucking being. And it's time because I have that dream.
Yeah.
I just don't have a dad with a butchery.
I'm just staying down.
I don't have a grandma with a flower shop that's dying to sell it. Some little bum town that's a small community. And everybody knows everybody. When I went to Chicago, one thing I did notice about Rosemont and the communities on there is that there's a sort of respect. People know each other. I mean, we went to get the steak sandwich. What was his name the first day with Josh?
Al's, right?
Al.
We went there.
We went twice.
Yeah, that's beef's good. Yeah.
It's so weird. Even the people there were very nice. Lee said he lost his phone and somebody turned it in. That his friend in fucking Vegas, they threw him out of the hotel. He was like, at least when you put the video, because you stole my phone, fuck no,
It's a stand-up town. I miss it. I miss it a lot. I'm happy for the city because the Cubs won.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just fucking.
Oh my fucking God. Today, the black pitcher and the manager was assassinated.
Oh,
The
yeah.
manager with the glasses on like that. Yeah, I could already see red little dots on him. Towards the end of the game, he had a sniper up there and fucking on one of the across the street roofs that was prepared. He already got the call from the Gigano brothers.
Like the two Escobars.
Yeah.
That fucking documentary.
As soon as they lose, shoot that motherfucker right in the eyeball. Like the guy in The Godfather when he put his glasses on. He
Yeah.
was standing there. He looked goofy as fuck with those glasses on. He pulled the dude and then put the big black dude on, and the black dude knew his fate too. Did you see him?
Oh, yeah, he was fried, man.
He
He was
didn't
done.
smile.
Chapman was shot.
He didn't smile till they took the lead. Until then, he was sitting there going, who do I leave my car stereo to and shit? I spent 30 G's on that motherfucker. You ain't just gonna shoot. He knew they were gonna put him in the room with the kid who made the catch. That kid disappeared. They got him in a room somewhere. They're still smacking him. So then they finally let him go and they gave him water and a sandwich. They go, listen, it's gonna be all right.
We're just kidding.
How long ago was that?
Which one?
When the kid,
Bartman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 2002, I think. Or 2004.
Chicago got a thing right now. And every day during training season, he kicks them. And every time the Cubs lose, he just kicks them and shit. And one last night, this morning, the guy came down with like eggs and breakfast and flowers. The kid's like,
What was that Korean movie where the guy was locked in the room for fucking 30 years? Remember that? Josh Brolin just did the remake with Spike Lee directing. That was it. They had
fucking locked out white kid, kicked him every day. Today was his day. Today was his lucky day. Guess what? The Cubs. What year is it? He's like that Vietnam vet Rambo saved.
beard down those.
Yeah, the guy's like, what year is it? 1985. The guy just looks around the room and shit.
Ryan Denny opens the door in the sheriff's
Oh
outfit.
my god! Oh my god! That poor kid. That poor fuck.
Do you think there's a chance he still lives in Chicago? I think
No, he had to move to Europe.
Did he really?
Yeah, they published his work address and home address in both papers, and they had to have police cars in front of his house for like a year.
About it. That is fucking crazy.
I know, yeah.
That is crazy. That kid deserved every kick, every punch he was about to get. That poor
They had to
kid.
cover him in coach. There's YouTube footage of them getting him out of Wrigley and knuckleheaded second from the left on the evolutionary chart. Chicagoans are like, "Is that the fucking guy? Is that the guy?" And they're trying to get to him, and undercover cops are like whacking these drunk motherfuckers to get him off.
Well, they had to
And
make
he's
like an
covered in
escape.
coats. Yeah,
they had to make
they
an
covered him in
escape.
coats.
Oh my god! Yeah, people take their sports seriously,
Oh.
man.
Crazy.
If they would have lost last night after they had the lead, because I called Lee, you know, this is going to grand slam.
Yeah.
I want some pop. I want some pop. I go, oh no.
Yeah.
It sicks the fuck up. And then they to really throw that juice off into the fucking scab, they threw a rain delay at you. That's the kiss of death right there.
That is
Because
yeah.
that's the kiss of death because the game has to shut off at 1 a.m. But if there's a rain delay, they will substitute that time so the game can go till if the rain delay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Game shut off at 1. You do know that because 1 o'clock Chicago time is 2 a.m. in fucking East Coast.
Yeah.
I know this because when I was a child, there was a fucking game that went on until fucking 92 innings. Started at 7:30 and 1 in the fucking morning. They're still playing out there. And they had a canceled game and it opens up the next day as a tie. So it becomes a double header.
I wonder what they would do. Like they would have to just play Game 7 of the World Series. I don't think that'd be crazy if they did that.
If it wasn't for that rain delay, I think the Cubs would have lost because the momentum was so heavy on the Cleveland side. So heavy that they had shut the Cubs down top of the ninth. Going into the bottom of the ninth, Cleveland was ready to get someone on base, ready to score. And that rain delay just shut everything down. Cleveland was hot, ready to win the fucking World Series. Shut down, pause button. Hayward rallies everybody, calls a meeting in the middle of the rain delay. Hayward's been struggling the entire series and made his salary, earned his spot on that team by giving everyone a motivational rally speech during the delay that calmed everybody down and shifted the momentum. And I think it was 3 up, 3 down, or they might have had somebody on first in the bottom of the ninth. And then the Cubs went on the tear, top of the 10th, and Cleveland never caught up. And if it wasn't for that rain delay, I really believe the Cubs would have lost.
What were you thinking when they tied it? Because I come from Boston. I still remember.
Oh, same thing you felt.
I still remember. Well, here's the thing. Because Joey told me that you were coming on, and I was thinking about what I went through in 04. And I was excited. I think I was like a freshman in high school. and it was like the big cowboy up thing. It was huge, but I don't want to say I'm jealous, but I was only 17, something like that. I can't imagine the euphoria of like a grandparent. Like I saw, like I've been watching videos all day of like grandpa scene, and I saw this guy went and drove to Indiana to listen to it with his father's gravesite.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that. I almost feel like I got gypped out of it a little bit because I had only really been like interested in the Red Sox.
Yeah,
Maybe 10 years?
Yeah.
Like how long could I really be involved in it?
Yeah.
So like everyone else was excited. I went to the parade. I wore my parade shirt yesterday in support of the Cubs from 04. But I can't imagine being your age or 80 or whatever. And
My age or 80.
just there's obviously a lot in between.
Yeah.
Like
It means a lot because I watch the Cubs lose a lot. And it's I think for a long time before the Ricketts bought the Cubs and hired Theo Epstein from, the turn.
Damn it.
It's unbelievable. That guy's never going to, to bring both Boston and the Cubs into World Series champions is incredible managerial and leadership skills. But I think, like, if you have a last place team or a team that's always struggling and you're still selling out the jerseys and you still sell out every game, there's very little motivation to win. The type of cutting edge, biting, really dominant, wanting to win that you need, like, not that you need struggle, but that really, like, deep down within you desire to win. It's very difficult to have that when they're not spending the money, which they did. They brought up their farm system, which they did. Why would you do that if you're getting paid and you're losing? The management isn't going to do anything about that. When Ricketts bought the team, I think the whole idea was he was a fan of Cubs baseball. Lived across the street from the stadium, loved the team, and loved to win. Brought Theo Epstein on to create a culture of winning, and that's what you need. Not lovable losers. That was the moniker of the team. Lovable losers. That was, how the fuck are you going to win until you completely change that mindset? And I think that's what they did, starting with their AAA system and bringing up and nurturing winners. It's fascinating. I'm fascinated with that. You said you made some mistakes in your 20s, 30s, a little bit in your 40s. Me too. I'm fascinated with
I made a mistake yesterday by not betting fucking Chicago. That's the mistake I made right there.
We made mistakes not betting. It was like 500 to 1.
I should have dropped 200 just to watch the fucking game. Yeah. It's amazingly that I checked and I said, what are the games this week? And they said game 6 was Tuesday. I don't know what day it was. Maybe Sunday. Somebody asked me. Or Monday. And I said, what is the game 7? Thursday? I don't know. Wednesday.
Done.
Like in my mind, it's done.
Yeah.
Done. When they won Tuesday, Wednesday, I walked around all day. I gotta be honest with you, motherfuckers, man. I just thought about being 10 and going to see the Mets play the Reds and Pete Rose beat up Bud Harris. And I thought about being younger than that. And my mom, I was 6 when the Mets won the championship in New York. Just jumping up and down with my mom. I thought about those memories. I thought about in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I thought about
Big Red Machine.
One of the worst World Series of my life. To this day, I preach it. The Cincinnati Reds against the Boston Red Sox. To me, a great series for many reasons. For Carlton Fisk hitting a home run, for just the excitement when staying up and my mom called me, "We're going to bed 10, fuck you," and hanging up on it, and fucking staying up until midnight to watch the Reds and Johnny Bench, and just to
Rose, man.
To Rose, just to have that.
This week in baseball on Saturday morning with Johnny Bench. Remember that?
Yes.
A little before your time, maybe.
Oh my God! Just the feeling of being a kid, and when they showed the camera of the guy with his sunglasses, man, I deserve his breakdown. I'm like, because he's gonna remember that forever. That little kid is gonna remember that till his 60s, till he takes his son to see them again. Hopefully, in like 108 fucking years. But don't think, the honesty about both those two teams, and I hate talking a lot of sports on the show, but they demand the respect tonight, is that they're both great teams. Like the guy said last night. They're both going to be there for the next 3 or 4 years.
Cleveland has played like savages.
And they're young. That little young Puerto Rican kid. Oh my God. That shellac. Yeah.
Bomb the left. And then I love their manager, Terry Francona.
Yeah.
I haven't watched baseball in a while. it just, I even called, Joey called it like the fourth inning. I said I was bored. And I don't know if I don't have a team in the race, I kind of check out. But after I went and I made dinner and I came back at like the sixth inning. And I started watching and they showed the clip. The clip that got me was when Dave Ross and Anthony Rizzo were talking. And Anthony Rizzo was like, I can't control my emotions.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like you're what, like 21? And then they said he beat cancer and now he's like an MVP and now he can't control his emotions. And like, that's when I checked in like the sixth inning.
Yeah.
Because then that's like the best time to go watch baseball.
They suck you in. And listen, man,
Great story.
you think I was following Chicago in June? You want me to tell you that I knew Chicago was going to win in June? Do you want me to tell you that I thought Cleveland was the team in June? I wish I got those psychic powers, but no. I wasn't cheering for a fucking team like that.
Yeah.
I was cheering for what I was watching for America. I was cheering for fucking, because that's what I grew up on. That was the Bible. October is baseball Bible. I don't give a fuck what plans you got. There was no way I was doing a podcast last night. There was no way, just out of respect to me. Like I'll do a podcast on Christmas while they're stabbing Jesus, while Jesus is coming out of the womb, before I do a fucking podcast on fucking World Series. I don't give a fuck about the NBA basketball. I really don't give a fuck about football because of the halftime show. Baseball, they kept it pure. There's no halftime show. I go into the section of celebrities, besides Bill Murray, and I accept that motherfucker because he's been there since day one.
Yeah.
As goofy as he is with his jacket, that's what it does to people.
Yeah.
This is your team. And I sit here every fucking week and I get mad at me that I don't have a team. Like, I didn't have stock in the team.
Take the Cubs. Take the Cubs.
Get
Get into the
can't
Cubs.
take
Come
the
on.
Cubs now because now they're going to look at me and go, you fucking traitor.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's the city. You just did your special there. That's how beautiful the city is, man. Like, take the team.
I wish I could be a fan of the Dodgers. There's something about the Dodgers that bothers me completely. I like them. I like watching them. I watch games at night. If I'm home for an hour, I watch 3 of the Dodger games. I wish I had a team so I could have a part of that in my life.
You don't follow the Mets? That's the thing. I lose respect for people when they tell me they switch teams.
Well, yeah, me too.
You should watch. Just give it a chance, man. It's one of the funnest teams to be a fan
You know what happened to me when I was a fan? I didn't like how involved and how personal I took shit. I can't deal with that. No. I can't believe how involved and how personal I took shit. I don't like that. Because at the end of the day, it's a fucking sports team. Why am I crying? Why am I throwing shit? Why am I kicking TVs? I had one jersey in my life.
Why is the dog not breathing?
Yeah, I had one jersey in my life. I had a jersey of the Sixers in 1976 when Dr. Julius Erving played. I wouldn't take it
That
out.
jersey be worth about $3,000 right now.
I wouldn't take it out of the house. I wouldn't sweat in it. I would just put it on when I was home. Especially I would watch it with a Laker game. When I was watching the Sixers game by myself, I'd watch this fucking thing. And then there's a brother kid that was right behind me. It was just his fucking birthday a couple months ago. Somebody called me and said, we'd like you to fly out and do fucking comedy for Mr. Wiltz's birthday, Jimmy Bianco. I said, what Jimmy Bianco you talking about? The one that lives on Charles Court? They go, yeah. Tell that motherfucker I never want to see that cocksucker again. We were kids, he was half retarded. They got hit in the head with a fucking brick or something. He'd walk around and give protection. And sometimes people would punch him, like he was one of those guys, he had long hair and a beard. And sometimes people would punch him in the head. I wasn't a
And
bully.
he shit 2 golden coins.
Like people would punch him and shit, like, Jimmy, get the fuck out of here, And one day, I kind of became friends with Jimmy. He would talk, I would shoot hoops in my backyard. He'd come to his fence. And I gave him some love. I mean, who the fuck am I to come down somebody? But I talked to him about this or that. But he was really, like, for a nerd, he was very sports-oriented. And somebody told me that when you make a bet, talk to him again.
He's reading the stats and
He's
shit.
got supernatural powers and shit. So I played him for a couple of times. Jimmy, what do you got tonight? He was, yes. Tonight the Sixers are giving 6. And then you just look at the paper and he would fucking win. This went on for like fucking a year. This cocksucker long-haired hippie was like 21-1. And here I am sitting here fucking stealing bikes with Valentine and robbing my stepfather. I could have been making a mint with this fucking moron. So Julius Erving joins the fucking Sixers. And guess what? He becomes a Sixers fan. So me and him talk Sixers all the time. He knows stats. He knows body types. He knows biorhythms. And he's hit me from every direction. Fucking He tells me one day the Sixers are in the finals against the Portland Trailblazers, and he's telling me the Sixers in six. Sixers in six. And he, like, I was done. I went upstairs. I took every dollar I could. I robbed my stepfather. I took pennies from St. Lazaro. I took quarters. I sold everything I could. I put a grand fortune for like $750 when I'm in the 7th grade on the fucking Sixers because Jimmy Bianco. Plus, I had a deal. I was going to borrow another yardstick from my mom and throw that on game 6. This motherfucker. Sixers come out the box, Jack. 2-0, sweeping this motherfucker. I'm over there about to suck Jimmy Bianco's dick and shit because Jimmy Bianco fucking knows scores. This guy's fucking money. You know they lost in game 6. To this day, I'm not talking to Bianco because it wasn't just a bet. It was my team.
Yeah.
Like he ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Like he ruined my team.
Since 7th grade, you went to hello?
Fuck that bum. And my mother was furious because I gave some of the info to my mom. She
Oh,
bet
she
all
lit
the
up?
dough.
Oh.
She bet 10 G's. She was like,
Oh,
tell that
no.
motherfucker not to lay on the fence with his long hippie hair and shit.
Wait. You gave your mom betting advice in 7th grade?
Oh yeah, I told you. The psychic told me fucking the Sixers in. And all my mother
You should
needed.
just tell that story at his birthday party and then go, so fuck you and your mom.
Fucking
And then
Jimmy, yeah. All my mother needed was a push to gamble. Do you understand? I came from a gambling house. Cubans are gambling people. So I told them, I remember like 6 people back there. We were all, I never watched basketball before. I had 8 Cubans in my house watching basketball, cheering for these, jumping up and down, fucking people saying little things.
I was like a 13-year-old.
Your friends are fucking bums. You're
Get
gonna
him
lose.
over here.
And the people
Sixth stranger don't even know how the game
yeah,
went.
you fucking bet the
beat his
game. You believe it. I was fucking furious. I never got over Jimmy Bianco and shit. To this day, I wouldn't even fucking the Sixers in 6. I was so fucking excited. I ripped that fucking Sixers jersey too.
It would have been nice to make 5 prop bets to bet the Cubs to win over the last, say, 4 years, $1,000 every year. Because it had to be 15, 16 to 1. Lose $4,000, come in at 15, 20,000. That's the bet that I regret not making. You know, because I saw you all the time on the flight in Vegas. I go for every UFC fight that's there. And just take a prop bet, like 2 years from now. What are the odds? You know, ask the bookmaker, what are the odds that the Cubs are going to go to the World Series next year? Just bet 3 years out straight. G each year. You're going to get paid. Doesn't every fucking gambler say
If
that?
you get hit by a fucking car in the 3rd year, you ain't getting dick, all right? And your wife forgot about putting the bet in. She didn't even know you put the
No one
bet
even
in.
knows where the fucking
So
slip
the odds
is.
went out the fucking window. I'm really happy for the city of Chicago. They, you know, Bob Lincoln's, his dad, they're all Chicago Cub fans. It's crazy.
I think they're White Sox fans.
I think they're White Sox fans. You got to be careful with Chicago people. Because if you get some fucking roughnecks from the South Side, they take that White Sox seriously. I
Crosstown
bet-
Classic, man. When
I
the
bet
Cubs
those
play Sox.
motherfuckers must be pissed.
They were. My brother-in-law was a diehard Sox fan. We couldn't even fucking do
Yeah,
our
them on the
group
phone.
text.
Yeah,
He started fucking yelling at everybody.
yeah. Southside Chicago people, that voodoo didn't work. You know what I'm saying? They cut chicken heads.
I was going to ask
They
you,
stabbed the goat.
is that a Malouk area?
That's a Malouk area. They put the Malouk on fucking Chicago and they still won. Nah, listen, man, like I said, for me, the basketball went downhill. You know, football, the Super Bowl is a great thing. I just don't like what they've done to it over the years. Who shows,
Yeah, like
how they take
football.
over a city and shit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But listen, when we did the special road, the planes were backed up that day. October 13th. They canceled the flight because the planes were delayed. Now, I don't know if you fucking know this. You can get to Chicago. That's the least probably your problem. If somebody ever comes to you and says you gotta go to Chicago, no worries. There's 92 flights a day to Chicago. Every airline will drop you off. Even Spirit will put you in a fucking anti-dump bag and dump you over fucking O'Hara, and you land on a trampoline and shit for fat people. You could always get to Chicago. How busy was that Chicago wing that day? Our friend had a 1 o'clock flight to get into LA, into Chicago for 10. Why? Because they were delayed all day. The plane, there was no first class ticket, no upgrades, no nothing. I asked the owner of the club, the manager of Road, I said, man, tickets were expensive. And it was a nightmare getting there. She goes, my friend's having the same problem. She goes, the problem is, whenever Chicago goes in these playoffs, people fly in just to be here. When I heard
Just
that,
to be in the city.
when I heard that, it was like, it makes sense. I would fucking fly. I told you to stay.
I almost did.
Lou, right now, you could have been telling your friend you saw the Cubs the year they won the championship. See what I'm saying? You fucked it up again. Another mission. You fucked up. Lou, you blue shirt on. You have the Chicago Cubs shirt on, Clay.
You gotta have it on. Like that's all I was thinking about last night. I was like, I have to go see the Red Sox. At some point in my life, when they're in the World Series, and they could, like, I want to be at a game 7, at a game, whenever they have a chance to win. But it's fucked up that you said that the Sixers lost. I don't remember. Like, I vaguely remember watching the Red Sox win, but I remember vividly the year before when Tim Wakefield got a homer off of him by Aaron Boone. Like the year before 03, they were playing the Yankees, and the Yankees won in like Game 7 in New York. Aaron Boone hit a home run off of Tim Wakefield, and I just remember I was sitting on the floor of my mother's bedroom and just let that walk back to my bedroom. That's something fucked up about me. I remember the Patriots losing to the Giants with the stupid helmet catch. But I don't really remember the good stuff. I just remember being happy and excited. All the losses I remember like vividly.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird. that helmet catch is terrible. You don't like remember, like, obviously you do.
Fuck yeah. I still remember sitting there watching the Mets play Baltimore Orioles when they beat them in the World Series. I think it was Baltimore. I still remember coming home. I still remember Pittsburgh Pirates in the World Series with Candelaria and Louis Stargell. We Are Family. They're doing blow, shooting steroids and shit.
Who's the guy that took the acid?
Oh, yeah. Doc Boone, Doc Willis.
Doc Willis, yeah.
Just, you remember all that stuff from baseball. You know, and like I said, it's a shame that I don't have like a blanket with a team on it. You know, I don't have that no more. Like, I don't have any stock in the team, you know. If I like a team, I'll watch it, but I'm the type of guy that's too embarrassed to go get a hat because some people got a hat. And it's true. You just jump on the bandwagon and shit. Brother, congratulations on doing the podcast back. Thank you. I'm happy you came in today and visited us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no, we wanted to fucking talk to you. I wanted somebody from Chicago in here to talk about whether they won or lost.
Yeah.
The reaction and see what it was like. I called you right away. I've been thinking about everybody from Chicago the last week. You know? I wonder what the fuck they're thinking. You know, it's I can't imagine that city today. I can't imagine what that city's going to be like this weekend because it's not going to stop.
No, are you going to fly back to the parade? You should. I mean, I don't know what if it becomes.
No.
The parade's important.
Killers don't go to parade.
Yes, you do.
That's what happens. Guys like you go to parade, eat popcorn, and a fucking hot dog with ketchup on it or some shit.
Ketchup. Beautiful ketchup.
Yes,
I know I don't.
Yes, he
I put mustard. I always throw it on my shirt, and so I can't put anything on it. So, but no, not every year, but after 108 years, can you imagine? There's going to be 1 million people.
Oh, million pickpockets.
Fuck it. Don't bring your wallet. You don't need your wallet.
Robbing you shit. Mind your business.
You're going to be how many people know.
Watching on TV.
Go to Chicago.
Go to Chicago for parade. What is he, a fucking African?
Absolutely, he is. He should.
He's not going to float dancing and shit with a bikini on. What the fuck's the matter with you? That's what people really believe the hype. We don't go to parades, all right? Church people don't go to parades. Number one, I want to talk to you people about something important. Let me tell you what's important right now in your life for the holidays: a fucking bidet. You know why? Because bidets are back. You're like, Joey, you've been here talking about bidets. What the fuck are you talking about? They're devices that spray your muffler clean with water. You understand me? I grew up with a bidet in my house. Tremendous. Now, thanks to Tushy Sleek Bidet that clips onto your existing toilet. That's right. It clips onto the existing toilet and sprays your butt completely solid clean with fresh water to get your muffler clean so you're not sitting on bacteria causing hemorrhoids, yeast infections, and just plain old rotten ass. You understand me? You have rotten ass and you sit queer and it blows out of the back of your belt there on tight. The whole room smells like rotten ass. Trust me, it's happened to me. Not since I've had the Hello Tushy fucking bidet. And bidets are better for the environment. No paper, more trees. Capiche? And it only takes a pint of water to wash your little muffler, okay? Tushy stand by their product. This ain't no fucking okey doke product. If it can handle Uncle Joey's asshole, of my fucking weight, it can handle your skinny little muffler, right? And they've got a 60-day guarantee. Plus, they got towels coming out that you put right next to you and you wipe your little muffler. Spotless. And let me tell you something. It don't stop there with your muffler. Why be a pig? If you're a woman, dip that monkey in that fucking water. Revitalize that motherfucker. If you're a man, listen, when I tushy my muffler, I just don't tushy my muffler. I wipe the sides, I clean out the nuts behind that stuff. That's where the mildew develops. And I pull the skin back on the turtleneck to get my helmet washed and clean. Why walk around with a clean ass and a stinky dick, or vice versa? You understand me? Go to HelloTushy.com right now. I'm going to give you 10% off on this stocking stuffer, okay? Because number one, anybody can give you a fucking tie or a wristwatch or a knife. You give somebody a fucking portable bidet in their stocking and see what happens. Who's the most popular fucking man at that party from now on? But don't believe me. Go to Hello Tushy, hello with a capital H, Tushy.com right now /church. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you 10% off your order, okay? Tushy's going to take good care of you. They got a 60-day money-back guarantee, and they're a great company. They're great to deal with. And I'm telling you this firsthand. This is the Christmas gift you want to send to your fucking friend. You know that fat fucking uncle you got that always farts at Thanksgiving? He needs his ass washed. You know your grandmother? She's really sweet. And you can tell she hasn't washed that pussy in 8 months. She needs that fucking Hello Tushy. You know that little kid that sits next to you? You know he's got rotten ass. He hasn't wiped his ass since day one. Give him Hello Tushy. Go to HelloTushy.com right now /church. Get 10% off. Now, you want healthy shits? I mean, why wash your ass with Hello Tushy if you're not taking healthy shits? That's why you got to go to Onnit.com right now. They got a great selection of supplements from the hemp chocolate protein to the vanilla acai. These motherfuckers will take care of you. Aubrey searches the globe looking for quality ingredients that will benefit you to the fucking 100% max. Whether it's the Alpha brand, you got 100% guarantee money back on, or whether it's the New Mood, or the Hemp Force protein, or the Shroom Tech. Listen, I live on Shroom Tech when I fly. I mean, I get sick from time to time. They don't go over the border. But don't believe me. Go to Onnit.com right now. Look at the great selection of supplements they got. You want some? Give it a try. Start with the hemp protein, chocolate, cacao. It's going to blow your mind. Go to Onnit.com and press church. Boom! CHURCH. And get 10% off your first order delivered to your fucking casa. Let me talk to you people about something from the heart. Let me get the CISO page there. Let me talk to you cocksuckers from the heart right now. It's November 2nd. It's November 3rd, 2nd. Who the fuck knows, all right? He's dropping bottles. This fucking move over here. CISO is a little affiliate of NBC, okay? I can blow smoke up your ass and give you speeches or whatnot. CISO's a little affiliate of NBC. You're going to be carrying fucking, it's going to be the comedy fucking channel to be a part of. I'm very fortunate that they're going to accept my special and start airing it December 8th. What I'm going to do for you is, here's what Uncle Joey's doing for you. Grab a fucking pen right now, all right? What I'm going to do for you is, the best thing is it's $3.99 a month, okay? And that's all great and dandy. But what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to give all my listeners a free 2-month use promo code Joey. Again, promo code Joey at checkout. I'm going to give you 2 free months, which will carry you over to January fucking 2nd. You know what that's going to do? You can watch specials, you can watch Saturday Night Live, you can watch the original programming, but you can watch Uncle Joey's special over and over again. That's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give it to you for free. I'm not going to charge you $5 and everything else. I'm not going to nothing. It's coming out on CISO. You can put it on your fucking Roku and you're going to live like a doctor. So do me a favor right now, as personal as friends. I know you're sitting in your fucking cubicle. Grab a pen right now. Grab it. You're going to go to CISO.com right now. You're going to sign up 2 months for free with the promo code Joey, okay? You're going to watch other shows like Hidden in America with Jonah Ray and Harmon Quest and Take My Wife. They're all great shows, but you're going to do me a fucking solid. I don't want to die on it. $3.99 a month for 2 fucking months. You're not going to pay by using promo code Joey, all right? And that's it, and that's that, cocksucker. I love you guys. Don't forget, Wilbur Theater, there's 11 tickets left. I don't know, you have to sit next to somebody with rotten ass. You don't have a day. And then Saturday night at the Foxwoods Casino. Listen, it's UFC 205. This is between us. They're going to play it at the fucking casino. We're going to run out of there, go to a bar with Lee. We're going to get stoned, and we're going to fucking do a play-by-play on Periscope. I will see you motherfuckers at the Foxwoods Casino. Houston, Texas. You've been asking, I'm giving it to you now. I'm part of the In and Out. Come and Take It Comedy Festival, November 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's $35 for the day pass, okay? You go down there, you pay for the fucking pass. You get to see my show, you get to see Todd Barry, you get to see everybody else on that fucking stage. 35 fucking bucks. So it's a festival. You're gonna go to Houston. Hookie Spooky will be there. Crystal and Jordan will be there. It's gonna be a fun. Lee will be there with fucking Rosa. What's her name? Paula, Rosa. Who the fuck knows anymore? I feel like 20 bitches. Anyway, I love you, cocksuckers. Mick, we're gonna be looking forward to your podcast. Shoot over tweets. I'm gonna tweet it.
Absolutely.
And get you back on board. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black. Have a great weekend. And we'll be back Sunday night with Felipe and Silent Bob. We're going to do a whole new jamboree Sunday night. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black.
Whether or not we see parts 3 and 4, and not looking like this
Like a series that gets canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and you said it's 3 hours. It's long, but refresh my memory on why it's not.
3 hours and 1 minute.
But is the story bad? Is the acting bad?
Well, the story's kind of all over the place. It's described as an epic western. That's what it is. It's about the expansion of the U.S. into the West during the Civil War, and it tells all these different stories. There's like 5 or 6 different stories. So Kevin Costner's one of the stars, but he has one story, and he's kind of an outlaw kind of guy. And a story of a wagon train, and the family's on that train, and then the story of another family. And so there's a bunch of different stories. It does not feel cohesive as of right now, which it's not supposed to, because again, it was supposed to be 4 parts. So the whole thing isn't coming together yet, and that's why when I did rate it, I didn't give it a number at the time because I wanted to see it as a whole. I thought that was the most fair way to give it a rating. But it also feels like maybe it should have been a series because part 1 is 3 hours, the other parts, so that you're looking at 12 total hours. That's series.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, and maybe that's how it should have been conceived. But, Kevin Costner is an old school movie star and director. He makes movies for the big